Hi guys. How are you doing? Match has started. No आवाज.
He's getting pushed on from both the sides. Paradox also aggressed in, but his backup has been cut off, so he's kind of on his lonesome.
Revenant won first round.
Yeah. Look at Techno, just trapped inside the
I'm
teleporter.
Xbox. Hi Prithvi. Hi Aman.
Do a lot there.
I got it.
Blackhawk going for the plant. It's a 2-on-3 scenario. True Ripper's clearly in a massive disadvantage, as they know Techno is on the other side, trying to get the bathroom control in the hand. Disruptive got this man, was able to deliver on a lot more consistency inside the team of True Rippers. Let's see if this time is able to put on some numbers. These guns are going to matter quite a lot for True Rippers, and they especially need to make something happen with them. The trade is there successfully. But once again, considering Disrupt is the only man left alive, the timing could have worked against him there. A little bit too close to comfort. Disrupt moving the inch.
अरे बीजे में अभी तो वॉच पार्टी है.
Stop that player right then and there in his tracks. This round has been a little slow compared to the 3 rounds so far.
Hi bro, क्या हाल है?
But eventually, it's going to burst out in
Hi,
a
mate.
complete ball of aggression, and that's what
Hi
exactly is
Pradeep, how are
happening.
you?
True Rippers, one of the players taken down way too low for comfort. Finally, the spike goes down as well.
ओ ये नई वाली है ना? ये नई वाली स्किन है हाँ.
Left over. As you've
नई वाली
tried
स्किन
for
चला
True
रहे थे.
Rippers as well now, finally trying to make it to the opponents. The Shardy's gonna, Bucky's gonna work out in their favor in the close quarters, but Ching strikes as well. With only 2 HP left over, he also gets the 3rd one, which seems quite unreal. But eventually, Revenant Esports, they win it.
It's quite a unique.
हाँ माइस बोलो अदरक अदरक क्या कर रहे हो?
It's planted for Bob.
Hi OG please, how are you? ओ अदरक
So much
हाँ.
control available for Revenant Esports to
बोलो.
They have a plethora of post-plant positions.
आगे तो बोलो.
Options galore for them. So this makes it nearly impossible for True Rippers to come in.
कॉफी ऑर्डर करना है घर पे बना रही थी लेकिन
In
दूध
these 4
फट गया.
rounds, True Rippers have on multiple occasions attempted the bath crunch via the
अब
teleporters.
मेरे को ऑर्डर
And
करना
since that
पड़ेगा.
doesn't seem to be working, they tried coming in via the regular CT walkway now, which also failed.
Did you check?
Revenant planted over there was
Check
to just
what?
make sure that they have supreme control over Bath and True Rippers can't
वो तो
do
क्लेरी
anything.
वाला मेरे को नहीं
Now
दिखाया.
with Blackhawk getting the opening kill and Paradox blowing all you to smithereens, this round is in the bag already, pretty much. Techno narrowly escapes the orbital strike, but he can't escape. There's 1,000 people firing
भाई
at
ये
him.
लोग तो
What is going on inside this
उन्हें
game?
कहा कि
The
Mario's
action is
epic.
just swinging out of control. And now you've got Wimp, the last man alive, trying to
कौन
spin
से
back
रश
in
कर रहा
the
है माइस
action,
पता
which
नहीं.
is
देखो आगे
gonna
बोल
be
भी नहीं रहा है
quite
बुढ़ा ये
tough
बस
for
वो
him.
अदरक किए जा रहा है.
He's got the player approaching him. A couple of shots taken, finally shut down as well. Wimp not going to be able to
रिटर्न ले
find
लो
a
हाँ
lot in
लेके
that
चला के मुझे बताओ
situation.
कैसा है.
Revenant Esports,
मैं भी नहीं.
another round in their favor.
अभी थोड़ा बर्थडे का
I mean, Argue was
बर्थडे
saying
से
the
वो बच्चा मेरे
scoreline was
पास
going to be
पैसे.
2-0.
मेरा बर्थडे कब रहता है
Oh,
24
man,
अगस्त.
maybe in the
क्यों?
opponent's favor, I guess. So far, the game's going
अभी से तुम्हारे लिए
completely
गिफ्ट भी दो
one-sided.
क्या?
Yeah,
I'll
and that's
give big
partially
up
because
to
True Rippers have been doing this
Hi
bath crunch
Palash,
quite
how are you?
often.
By the
We've
love your
seen
gameplay.
it happen
Thank
in every
you.
single round now. all
तू
5
चला
rounds.
के देख ले
And it is
कल
quite
मैंने
weird,
वैंडल एक्चुअली
because
चलाई थी
usually the crunch involves 2 people coming in via bath and the rest of them
it
coming
was
in via
बहुत
teleport.
ऐसा हैवी फील आता
But
बट
this
अलग
time,
अलग
Black
स्किल्स
Hawk
का
and
अलग अलग
Paradox
रहता है
already
ना
got the opening kills.
फैंटम मैंने नहीं चलाई फैंटम बहुत अच्छी लग
And
रही
when Techno jumped in,
मेरे को
without the
नाइफ
backup
सबसे
of
अच्छा
his
लग रहा है
teammates
पहले
who
मेरे
were
को
pushing in
जब
from
मैं
the
इनके
front
हाथ में
lines, it
देखी
was
ना
kind of a death
स्ट्रीम पे
sentence for
फाटू
him.
टीबून के तब मेरे को
He was
अच्छा लगा
destined to fail that one. Especially with the orbital strike available, that just makes things so much more harder than it is supposed to be already.
और ये वाला बंडल कंपैरेटिवली उतना महंगा नहीं है
This tactical timeout
हाय बियर्चा हाउ आर यू
definitely should be something that would give
I'm Gucci,
some
how's
sort of
the
sense
used
to
to it?
True
I'm
Rippers on
also
what
alright,
exactly to
thanks.
do against Revenant Esports. Considering
Hello?
Revenant is an aggressive team, and on the attackers, you need to be sort of aggressive. It just adds on a little bit of plus point for Revenant Esports. But True Rippers, they need to be a quick one to understand what exactly the opponents are trying to execute here.
यस बाय
Yeah, I mean,
टेक
True
केयर
Rippers.
रिटर्न न्यू बंडल मेरे को भी तुम खेलते भी हो माइक वो तो खुद के लिए ले रहे हैं मैं उनसे वही पूछ मैंने कहा अगर खेलोगे
while they are
Yeah.
trying to go for the plant,
तो
but
ही
it's just not working out. So
वो
I guess
करना
one thing that they
देना
could use against Revenant is something that OG did. Use the utility to just
Adresh,
deny
how
the
are you?
plant
Hi,
for as long
Charan
as
Singh, how are
possible.
you?
And make sure Revenant can't get into post-plant
मैं
positions
सुबह को
in
पहले
time.
वीडियो अकाउंट
That's one way OG was
उनका
able to
अलग ही
make the
चलता
comeback
है
against Revenant Esports. True Rippers can try something similar.
Toxin screen down.
For now, it's just the waiting
एरर
game.
फॉर्म
It's all going to come
Let's
down
go,
to
let's
this first
go.
contact. Player spotted. Josh's nose. There's a Viper. in the
almost
close
everyone
quarters.
ascendant is so toxic complex no yeah I know
Disrupt down his
Ascendant
teammate.
is-
This is what I was exactly about to say.
Ascendant
If you wanna make
Immortal
sure that
was fucking
Revenant's being
rank.
taken down, you got to push
Shit
up right on
rank.
their faces.
Hi,
And this
Lucky, how
time
are
it
you?
works out. If you're going to have at least some sort of map
How are you
cover,
feeling
or
now?
map
I'm
control
still
in the
sick.
hand, you will know that very exactly the hit's going to come through.
Because
And
the
that's
weather
when
is
you're
like
gonna
that, I
at least
can't help it.
capitalize and take down the opponent soon enough. But this time you've got Josh's as well.
Satan,
just
make
closing out
sure
the
इस बार
deals
आप
against
लोगे
the
तो आप
enemies,
खेलोगे
taking care of business all
वरना
by
अगली बार
himself,
से
and Wimp was able to find one.
मैंने राइट को
But
आपको
still,
मेल भेज
Revenant
देना कि
Esports,
भाई
they've
इनका
got the
अकाउंट ही
better
बैन कर दो
weaponry. The chances of them winning this round are quite high, but they haven't got the spike plant just yet. And this might just add onto the problems a little bit more. Sheriff comes in a little bit too close to comfort, but eventually shuts him down as well. Paradox with a 3K, looking to turn the favor, looking to turn the tide in his
अरे
team's
पी
favor.
सेट्स भी भाई
Jesus. What
Revenant
is this
right
guy?
on there.
Paradox single-handedly rescues his team from sudden
भाई
devastation.
अटैक में ये लोग इतना अच्छा
My
कर रहे हैं
God, that's a stylish one. Disrupt didn't even see
अरे
his
like,
shoulder
no
before he got his head popped.
ग्लॉजी क्या भाई
What
जब
are
आप
you talking
खेलते
from
नहीं
Revenant
हर बार आप
Esports?
पैसे
I
फालतू
love the way
वेस्ट
how
करते
True
हो
Rippers approach
मेरा
this
लेना
round,
बनता है
you
क्योंकि
know?
मैं
They stopped doing that
रोज
bath which
खेलती हूँ
wasn't working for them. They
अगर आप
acquired
खेलोगे
the
तो
gun
ही
by
लेना
pushing
वरना
out
आपके पास
B long.
बहुत स्किन्स है
And then they kept the gun
if you're
alive
not gonna
by
play
making sure that the
regularly
rest of the members also push alongside it. Wimp got a
चुप है
nice kill,
पृथ्वी
fell back as well before he got
तुम्हारी
traded
तुम्हारी
out.
तो
So
अनबैन हो गई
up
थी
until that point, everything was going
किसी ने
so well
supporting
for True
Revenant
Rippers. The orbital strike along with the Seekers committed also made Revenant
Right
get into these
ways.
very awkward spots.
भाई यू कैफे नेवर
Up until
डोंट
then,
प्ले
it was all
एनीमोर
going
क्योंकि एक
well,
तो वो
but
लोग
then
बहुत ही
comes
कम खेलते हैं
Paradox, and he's gonna be the monkey
और
wrench that will lay waste to your plans.
जब वो लोग खेलते हैं तो यूजुअली या तो टाइमिंग मैच नहीं होता या तो हम लोगों का
Once again,
भाई क्या
look
डोमिनेट
at this
करते हैं
aggressive push that they're trying to make.
या तो ऑलरेडी
Disrupt,
लॉबीज
he
इधर
gets
उधर
a lot
खोल
of
रहता है
information with that teleporter. He knows there's no one outside bathrooms, so
That's
it is going to be a complete take on the B site as the first man gets
और सिन लोगे तो मेरे को बताना ना एक बार कितना आप पेटीएम अच्छा आप पेटीएम से ले लेना आप डायरेक्ट उधर से लोगे ना
Gets denied with the second Revenant Esports. They bounce
मेरे को
back
जानना है
into their
पेटीएम से
own.
लेंगे तो
Now
कितना
they're
पड़ेगा
also able to spring back to life as they get the entire
ये
site
कलर अच्छा
control
था
in the end.
भाई ये
That's
लोग
why I always
पूरा
say about Revenant
डोमिनेट कर रहे हैं
That
मतलब
push out
इतना अच्छा मैप
from
कंट्रोल ले रहे हैं ना ये
Disrupt
लोग
got True Rippers all the information they needed.
इतना ज्यादा
It was a
प्रेशर
confirmed
क्रिएट
B
कर दिया
hit.
कि टीआरएस
RU setup was
at
actually
this
quite
point they don't
nice.
know how to react
Started to get kills with the tripfires and both the strips got someone entangled. Taking off the hat further confirmed the presence of Revenant all
अब फिर
towards
से
the
तुम्हारा
B
बैन
site,
लगा पृथ्वी तुम्हें
despite
शर्म है थोड़ी
knowing
सी
that they are coming. Despite seeing this
थोड़ी सी भी
everything
शर्म है
from a mile
पृथ्वी
away, True Rippers
अभी
could not
परमानेंट
put
बैन
stop
हटा
to
था
them
अभी
at
तुमने
all.
14 दिन का बैन लगा लिया
Yeah.
Yes, Smith, how are you?
It's like a wave of water just flooding on the site. It's tough to stop them in time. And that's what exactly happened. True Rippers, oh no, they're getting hunted down. Last two players,
Bro 6 bro and they're
both
attacking.
of them are holding their own.
अभी तो
angles.
डिफेंडिंग आएगा तो
We've got Chinga's wall on the prowl, on the hunt. And if he's able to find out at least one player over here, this can be a massive value for them. And probably right here, no.
you do IT job I used to. I
Second
used to
shot,
work in
but
compliance
at least they
analyst,
were able
not
to get the
IT.
saves off so far. So
But now I
True
don't
Rippers,
work.
they're able
Hi,
to
Laksha.
successfully save two
Hi,
weapons right
Patel,
there.
and then
The
how are you?
problem is still they're
एक PC
struggling
gift करो ना
massively when it comes to the economical
मेरे को
side
दो
of
ना
things.
1490 दो
Yeah.
4090
They
दे
are
दो.
struggling quite a lot. I mean, they can save the weapons, but can they save this
ए
game?
बड़ा ये पागल हो गया क्या वैसे माइस?
Paradox is
वो
sitting at
अदरक
12 frags
मेरा
right
बर्थडे
now.
कब है
That
करके
is
चला
just
गया.
nuts. He's died only
Well,
3 times.
beautiful,
That's
but
a
some
KD
building
of
needed.
4.
Thank
I
you.
don't think I've seen such a high KD ever before. Haze and a bit too aggressive. Disrupt can't help him out. Now he's
भाई
just
देख रहे हो
divisive
कैसे
time.
rush कर रहे हैं मॉली वॉली
Revenant
से
just
भी.
smashed right through it.
What?
They put down
They don't
that,
care.
booster. They put down the...
They just don't want to
Yeah,
break
still
their
peeking,
momentum.
and
They're
just
playing
rush right
so
through.
fucking good, bro.
Jesus.
It
They're
was a
dominated.
They didn't even stop moving.
Wow.
Just kept running towards the site.
That's the
This
two-part
is
treatment.
Hi Tiger Blaze, how are you?
This is, you think about it and you
For daily
wonder
select.
how
हाँ दो
does it even
दे दो ना
work
तुम मेरे को
out?
कुछ
This
भी दे दो
team
चलो.
is pressing W inside a tournament, inside an official Riot
मैं तो पहले ही बोला
tournament.
कौन से
Where
नशे
it
उसकी.
matters so much. There's so
अजीब
much
लड़का
on
है.
the stake.
हो गया आपका stream?
But they're still able to pull off strats like that, and then you wonder what exactly is going wrong with the opponents. And as I said, Crips, I picked up this point as well. As I said, for
Best
Group
transfer
A,
moment summer
Revenant
being
Esports
platinum
just
and
came
India.
through.
I had to go to
They
the
have
stock
been
because
through quite a
Immortal
lot of thick
didn't
and
and
thin,
to
and now
hold
they've
the
been
lesson for
forced
the next
to success.
Yeah.
I
Forged
don't.
by the fires of the group bomb.
Nothing.
Then
I don't
here
think anything
comes
is as
Paradox
toxic
with
as
the
Ascendant and Immortal
Throws in that
lobbies.
rocket, and surprisingly, it doesn't get
Because
anyone.
they have this
But
ego that
this
we
one
are
has been
immortal,
will
we
make
are
things
this
very
rank,
awkward
and
to
we
Troopers.
are
It was just a little
we are
bit of the
everything.
planted
We are the
region
best in
and
this
the
world,
entirety
and
of
we are
Hawks.
just going to do what
So
we
now
think.
Revenant have all the
And
area
a
they
female
need
cannot play
to get
Valorant.
that
This is
plant
how
down
they are.
safely. And Josh has the elevation too. He's got Aryu cornered over there.
Charlie
Aryu
Commander.
needs someone to help him out, and there is no backup coming. The only thing coming from him is the Grim
What?
Reaper.
Color कितना
And
सुंदर है
Josh
रे.
continues to
हैं?
fire off on all cylinders.
No, there's no way. There's no way. I just
वो
can't
देखो
believe
सेटन
what's
कितना अच्छा लग रहा है.
happening
ये वाला
from
कलर
Ryzen
अच्छा लग रहा है.
right
आप लोगे तो आप पे
now.
रेड नाइट
It's
पॉइंट्स
so
रहते हैं ना.
hard to
ये वाला
believe
कलर
what's
लगाना.
happening. This is a massacre.
ऐसे कंट्रोल.
Absolutely.
So just make it one
I
gifted
think a
to
massacre doesn't do justice to the
Diva,
amount of
bro,
violence
Diva
we're
best.
seeing over
You
here.
get cute jewelry for like.
I don't want to
Not
shamelessly
that
plug Planet
expensive.
superheroes over here, but this is like a bunch of superheroes fighting against us mortal human beings. That's what Revenant feels like right now. Their capes flying high, probably laser vision as well.
Hey, don't
And you
forget Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, I mean, True Reapers kind of need some sort of kryptonite over here, but where will they find
नहीं
it?
रेड नाइट पॉइंट नहीं है मेरे पास. बैटल पास नहीं लिया होगा.
I guess we've got
मैं तो
miles
नहीं लिया अभी
ahead.
तक. मेरे को लेना है, वो भी लेना है मेरे
That's
को.
what it seems like. I mean, 9-0 is the scoreline. There's no way. I mean, the recovery, maybe right
you,
now,
man,
right
Shaq,
here,
six.
if they're able to get 3 rounds back to back, and
Phantom
if
में
they're
कुछ
able to have
देनी
a
हुई इस
9-3
bundle में से.
scoreline, then maybe we'll have some sort of a chance of
वो
pulling
बैटल
this
पास भी
one
लेना
out.
है. हाय चिको.
But still, the chance
Give
of
us silver
that are quite
jewelry, yeah.
slim. But let's see what
Hi,
Revenant
Bhumkesh,
Esports
what's
they've got in
up?
stack for us, and let's see what True Rippers
Yikes.
they've got in stack for us. The judges there in the close quarters, but it's in a
So,
complete wrong
0-9.
direction. So Revenant, they're gonna have a free stroll.
Revenant is just.
A completely free sight for themselves. Kaizen's judge is also given away, so now they know no need to push in the close quarters because Kaizen's got a judge to strike you down. They'll probably try to play this one safe.
My
Down
God.
two found easily done. Ching finding the timing all the time in his opponents, and then Revenant Esports once
This is
again.
Revenant's pick
chain
only, na?
effect.
हाँ.
One player falls.
But the
down,
thing is,
rest will
इसके
follow
बाद
up.
उनका momentum, उनका morale इतना low हो जाएगा for next map also.
No
they're
semblance of
dominating,
comeback
bro.
possible for True Rippers. At least it doesn't seem like it now.
How's life going on?
I love how
Tell me.
Revenant Esports just avoid all the
No,
danger.
sir, up is
Oh, fine, hold on. There is still some hope. Disrupt is getting quite a lot of shots off, but there's very little time left. So we can probably take some weapons away from Revenant Esports, but what even is the point of that now? Revenant has so much money. They're sitting on max credits. Even taking weapons away from them doesn't really help your cause.
Hi, Heyyy, how are
One thing
you?
that I was really impressed by in this round is how Revenant just said no
How's
when
it
they approached
doing?
the side. They
It's
put in plenty of utility, right? And it's not like Revenant have too many agents that can gather
Going
information. They
on.
have the side, which can tell you where
Tell
people are in the general vicinity, but doesn't tell you how many. And somehow they figured out that True Rippers have gone for the pre-stack. They don't even get inside, right? They don't even spot a lot of True Rippers players, but they just have this instinct. And they just jump into the TPs, go for bot, get the A side for free.
That's what you call Revenant Esports. So they always get the stars connected.
Man, this is so funny to watch.
But this time, at least they use the ultimate to try and stop them in their tracks. As I said, if they're able to
Oh,
install
is it gonna
breaks,
be 10-1?
it's not going to matter. The initial hit is what matters. If you're able to counter that
It's
initial
gonna be
hit,
10-1.
Revenant Esports will start falling on top of their faces, and that's what exactly is happening. At least it seems like it. Then you have men like Blackhawk, who swings back into action and gets 2 of his own. And now it's a 2-on-3 scenario, definitely pullable. Also gets the regrowth back, so that means he's going to be able to get back to full HP, but he doesn't have armor anymore.
Molly towards CT just to make sure nobody can push them. And True Rippers deliberately did not go for the teleport play. They wanted to make sure that Revenant indeed are coming to the peace side before they make any of these preemptive moves. But look at right to Ace. What a ballsy push out! Somewhat unnecessary, but he had to make that move to neutralize the numbers.
way!
And Blackhawk was just neutralize them. He will destroy them. That is until
He's
Disrupt says no. Finally makes a stand, putting a round on the board
He's
for
25
Rippers
HP.
after what
Hi,
seems
Ashu, how are
like
you?
ages.
Mood off or
My
something.
heart was
I'm
beating
still not
so
going on.
fast.
Not well also, I'm not well.
I thought there was a chance where Blackhawk's able to clutch it out, especially
10-1.
after he
Do you
got
think
the
it's gonna be
first
10-2 and
kill
then the
in
10-2
hand,
curse?
So that was quite incredible. But this is what I was exactly talking about when I talked about Blackhawk. When the team starts falling apart,
He shouldn't have
you've got a man
VP'd,
like
actually would have
Blackhawk to
gotten
be
the
taken
round.
down
Because
as
Disrupt
well,
was
who
like
likes to
25
play in the
HP.
back lines of the team.
Hope you
But
feel
the
better,
amount of
thank you.
impact this guy can have, if needed, it's just massive. So far, the scoreline is 10-1. And one more round to go, Crips. What do you think, 11-1 or 10-2?
I really think this can be an 11-1. Unless True Rippers have something very unique.
Hey, this color is nice, that color is not that.
But they're not engaging at all.
Color is...
In the one round in which they found some semblance of
Akash, how are
success
you?
was when they pushed out of B long.
Hi,
aggressively,
Basha,
but this
kya
time
hai?
none of that is happening. The boombot detects where the cipher is, so Paradox goes for the hunt and he gets what he wanted. But there's a double TP, and that's what kills him. But this gives them enough information, right? Now that Revenant are already into the site, they can just put the smokes down over there and keep True Rippers at bay. They can't stop the plant.
Yeah. Revenant Esports, for them, all that matters is the site control. And then everything's
I
going to be
think
coming down to the
हमारे
post
ज़रा-
plan, for the position matters a lot. And so far, Revenant Esports have been playing the positions right. And then you've got a man like Josh just hitting shots like that. Right to Ace's wall, gets taken care of in that side, but it's not
11-1,
going to matter,
bro.
man. It's Revenant Esports.
Thank you, hope you
who are
get
gonna
well
keep
soon
the
too.
pedal
Thank
to the
you so
metal
much.
and keep
Did you take the
on-
new bundle?
and
I
keep
did
the action
not.
swinging in their favor.
I'm thinking about it.
11-1 is the scoreline in the first half,
Hi,
ladies and
Prince
gentlemen.
Castle.
Where Revenant Esports,
Same
they've got
because
an
it's
incredible
their
lead
job
set
to
up
do.
against True Rippers, which seems next to
Hi,
impossible to catch up to.
Revenant.
Exactly. I don't think we've seen such a devastating scoreline in a very long time.
True,
How will
but
they ever come back
they're
from this
playing
one?
really
The
fucking
lack of
well.
a person coming in from
Think
defense
playing like
squad
me,
also
शर्म आ रही
makes
तो
it
झूठ
difficult
बोल रहे
to
मैं.
break that
Hi Tarun,
crossfire.
how are you?
It-
जब मैं
it
ट्राई किया,
wasn't
हाँ कल रात को खेल रही थी
first
मैं इन
place,
लोगों के
it's
साथ.
just Josh
पार्टू
and
टीम उन
Ayushi
लोगों के
just
साथ.
sitting over there,
एक दो गेम
shooting
खेले हम
people
लोग.
down. It's so nuts. And this is how the cookie crumbles. We'll see whether
They're
can
just
go back
going
to
in
this
like,
well when
this
they
is
come
our
back.
map, there's nothing you can do to stop us. We're sorry that you have to play against us. ऐसा वो लोग dominate कर रहे हैं पूरा. Hello. नहीं पृथ्वी मैंने देखा नहीं कभी.
Bro,
Looking cute, Ray, just like let's.
fridge meat के लिए.
I mean, I'm
Heat
supposed
के
to
लिए
look
नहीं.
like me.
Bro,
Thanks.
this graphics card is making my frames drop.
Charan,
Come with me if you wanna get.
Why are you so jealous of me, dude?
The all-new OMEN
Iron
16
players.
with advanced Tempest cooling technology, now with 5 heat pipes and 4.
उन्होंने 0 कर देखा था. हाँ, मैं भी थी उनके साथ वो मैच. Game blue जब भी गेम. और बताओ हाउस रोड टू. आज तुम यहाँ पे भी खाओ. आज तुम यहाँ भी टाइम आउट खाओ. कल आज मॉड हो के भी टाइम आउट खाओ. Hi MC1, how are you? है जी रंजीत. आकाश ओ. Hi Vaibhav, how are you? Hi Maverick, what's up? Revenant Esports for I guess आपने invest है क्या? मेरे को पता नहीं. प्रकाश भाई अबे आप तो रहने दो भाई. आप क्या बोल रहे हो? आप क्या बोल रहे हो भाई? दुनिया के सबसे गंदे प्लेयर आप हो और जबकि आप मेरे से पहले खेलते थे. किलो गेम हो गया सुबह सुबह पूरा. अभी मैं डायमंड आने वाली हूँ वैसे. मेरा डी रैंक गेम है if I'm not wrong. Hi Mr. Khandar, how are you?
First game, because even if they're not able to win this one, but if they're able to take it close enough, it can prove out to be huge for their mental.
I'm starting to get nervous, Necro.
है क्या?
There's 4 people from True Rippers heading towards a 4-stack from Revenant. And I'm just really not on par with this one. The number of people peeking out is just insane.
Hi, Kazel.
Ice Cats is not reloading. How often do you see that in a pro game? That's just bonkers. Wimp finally goes in, hoping to collect the spike again, but the Trailblazer's already seen where he is. I guess the only element of surprise now is Aryu's presence. And even he's very hesitant to head out towards the A side and go for a very long flank. He's debating whether he should try and make that flank work or whether he should just stick with Wimp and back him up.
I mean, makes sense when things are falling apart on your side. Right off the bat, this early off inside the round, you're going to start a second-guessing decision, and Ching, he gets that.
यार बड़ो जल्दी लो यार.
Opponent.
अब मेरे को ये देख कैसा
How
हो
was
रहा
he
है.
even able to land
जल्दी
shots
लो.
like that? Didn't even see him on my screen.
तुम मेरे को ही
clearly
बताओ.
enough, and
या फिर
Ching
मैं
was
आपका
able to
अकाउंट
get
से
the
लॉगिन
dunk on
करके
him.
देखूंगी.
But now it's a 3-on-2 scenario.
ये कलर अच्छा लग रहा था वो
Clearly
golden
heavily favoring the side of Revenant Esports.
खेलने चाहता है. I will
So
play
far,
someday.
right to ace as well,
I usually
positioning
play
himself
with
in the close
friends.
quarters.
तुम ऐसा
We've also
बहुत
taken
कम
him
होता है कि
down
मैं
as
सोलो
well,
रहती हूँ.
but
When I'm solo,
maybe
then
connect those
people who
incredible
ask me can we
shots,
play
and
are
maybe
not
might
there,
just
and
be
I'm
able to pull
actually
things off into his favor.
like solo.
Paradox has all the utility he needs. And more HP than both of them combined. This is definitely one of those rounds which can be pulled off. One win condition over here is that Whip goes on for a massive flank all the way from hookah, which Paradox hopefully wouldn't expect. But they're going all the way around him. And he's sticking this one. They're miles away from even peeking him. Are you serious? Does this really happen? I can't believe what I'm watching over here. Paradox sticks it all the way through. They don't even question. They don't even check his presence. And I can understand the play that True Rippers are trying to make over there. Paradox would have never seen them coming from CT behind him, nor would he have expected someone to come in from hookah, but not even a single jump peek. This is just the most heartbreaking way to lose. Pressure, I don't know if this is pressure.
I'm just not well, maybe it's you say. उसकी वजह से मेरा skin बहुत dry हो रहा है.
A lot of pressure as well. Revenant Esports is speedrunning this game.
हाँ.
Man, this just makes you wonder what went wrong.
बाद में ऐसा अगर
Rippers, a
इन लोगों के
team
साथ
that has been able to rip
कोई
apart
वो
so
नहीं हुआ
many
फिर
opponents,
बाद में अपन खेलते
and
तो मैं
then
गेम
just
में ही आपसे ले
crumbling down,
लूंगी फिर.
falling apart on the map pick of
But वो
Valorant
colour
like
करना.
this. See, I mean, there's still one more round left over.
Kadash you want
Chances of
a hide only
pulling
na?
off anything at this
Forget time
point
what you want
are next
to
to
get
none,
it.
but you can never give up on that. You never know. Maybe Techno's able to pull off an 11 HP clutch. Oh, way too close. Way too close. He could have died to his own teammates. Swiper spit. But now you've got Ching and the clotheslines just stinging his opponents down. Techno, the last man up and alive with only 3 HP left over.
ठीक है बड़ा.
And look at what he's
Most
trying
likely
to
मैं
do.
off stream ही आऊँगी.
Trying to set up
And
into
then I'm
some
moving
sort
through
of
off the
off
board.
angles, but Paradox knows what exactly is happening. He's waiting for his
मैं
prey,
watch party
and
करूँगी
he
so I don't know if
strikes
I'll do
him
another
down.
stream.
Revenant Esports, a
जो भी अगर
flawless
ये लोग मुझे तो
victory
खेलते
against their
अपन ठीक है.
opponents. Nicely done, just dominating
Well
them
fucking.
on their own map pick.
Right to.
Even if you say that it was Revenant map pick,
NTTR,
and that's
NTTR.
why maybe True Rippers fell apart, but
This
still,
was-
you can't deny the scoreline that was in front of you.
भाई मतलब
Jesus, and you
क्या
can see
sexy
the
खेले भाई.
efficiency
Genuinely,
Paradox
they played
and
very
Ching
fucking
over
well.
there. Paradox has a stopwatch.
जी.
He's measuring how much time it takes
बहुत
them
fair
to
लग
pick
रहा
their
skin. I
opponents.
think क्योंकि
Literally
normally मैं
trying to
light
set a
उस side
speedrun
रखती हूँ like
record
if you
over here.
see.
Meanwhile,
अभी
Ching
normally मैं उस side ऐसे light
just
रखती हूँ.
issuing
अभी इधर हो रहा
signals
था
which
थोड़ा.
can indicate that they just swallowed them.
That's
They
right.
just bit into them.
क्योंकि वो रिंग लाइट मेरी आंखों पे लगता है ना.
Devastating score.
तो मैं
What a
पीछे की
match
तरफ
from
मुड़ के रखती हूँ.
Revenant Esports. We'll break down this game in detail on the other side of this break.
Oh, nice रे हेल्थ मेरे को पता नहीं था. अच्छी बात है. अच्छी बात है. I'm happy that esports is getting the recognition it deserves. It should have gotten this a long time ago, but you know, कोई ना. Better late than never. Bye, Jaran Singh. Take care. Okay, man. Hi, Prabjot. How are you? कब तक चलेंगे? Hi Viraj, I'm fine. How are you? मुझे भी अपनी रैंक बूस्ट करनी है. किसको कांटेक्ट करना होगा? मेरे को कांटेक्ट करो. दो दो 10,000 रुपए. दो. मैं तुम्हें बूस्ट करवाती हूँ आयरन से, प्लास्टिक से, आप भी तो. ना ना बनने तो पलाश, थोड़ा कूल बनने तो रुको. जब आते हैं ना दर पे पलाश, तो ऐसे खाली हाथ या मतलब खाली कान वापस नहीं भेजना चाहिए. रैंकिंग सब. that is only for us. That is only for us. Hi Pranay, how are you? Stop saying VLT class, VLT class. क्लास में तो बोला नहीं. आप भी खाओगे टाइम आउट आज? आज मेरा मूड वैसे ऊपर नीचे है. आज तो मेरे से बहुत तमीज से बात करो सब लोग. ऐसा होगा. अरे रिमूव किया मैसेज. भाई और बोल. मेरे को भी गिफ्ट देने का है. क्या गिफ्ट? गिफ्ट. कमीज कमीज तो पहनी हुई है. अंधे जो. क्या लगता है सेकंड डालेगी क्या? ट्रू रिपर्स. ट्रू रिपर्स का पिक है इसेंट एंड आई थिंक. बट इस मोमेंटम में ये लोग खेले अभी रेवेनेंट. भाई कैसे चल रहा है क्लास? हाउस लाइफ ये सही है भाई. मतलब पहले कूल बनने की कोशिश कर लो थोड़ा, फिर हाय हेलो भी कर लो. पीपल आर सो फकिंग वियर्ड, आई स्वेयर टू गॉड. टाइटल देखा था एक बार. मड ऑफ बट आई एम हैप्पी. व्हाट द फक. द फक इज मड ऑफ बट आई एम हैप्पी. लाइक आई सेड पीपल आर सो. हेलो विदीप, हाउ आर यू डूइंग? अरे पता मैं आज उठी एक्चुअली. तो मेरे भाई की जो गर्लफ्रेंड है उसके पास जो किटन नहीं है, द 4 मंथ ओल्ड किटन आई वाज सेलिंग अबाउट. अभी मैं जब गई थी मैं उससे मिली थी. तो उसका सीजर्स बहुत ज़्यादा ख़राब हो गया, बहुत ज़्यादा. एंड इफ बाय मंडे शी डज नॉट रिकवर, दे विल हैव टू पुट हर डाउन. The entire fucking day I've just been crying because of that. It's a 4 month old kitten, bro. It's not deserved this. It's not nice. And apparently the doctors over there are just trying to make money out of it. So I don't feel very good today. And someone that day. I was. कुछ भी पूछता हूँ नेगेटिवली रिप्लाई देती हूँ. माय बैड यार केदार. मेरी गलती है, माफ कर दो मेरे को. हाँ पृथ्वी को लाइव पे दिखाया था मैंने. छोटी सी, छोटी सी. यहाँ पे दूसरे बेड के पास जाके पता करेंगे. होपफुली. Hopefully she comes fine. I so read today because I'm not well. 2-3 दिन से तबीयत ही ठीक नहीं है. आप कभी खेलोगे बीच में? खेला तो था कल रात को. स्ट्रीम पे सेटअप करना पड़ेगा मेरे को. माफ कर दिया, ऑल गुड ना। हे भाई, हाउ आर यू? कितने में चालू होगा सेकंड? तबीयत वेरी वेरी बैड। तुम्हारी भी तबीयत खराब है क्या? अजीब कार्ड आ रहा है, बताओ क्या गिफ्ट करने वाले? मैं क्यों गिफ्ट करूंगी तुम्हें? मैं काय को गिफ्ट करूंगी रे? हाँ, क्या हाल है उदय? हाउ आर यू डूइंग? हेलो बेबी डॉल्स, हाउ आर यू डूइंग? आई एम फाइन बेबी गर्ल, हाउ आर यू? हाइट। हाय दुर्ज्योति, व्हाट्सअप? तूने में अगर आया हो तो जीना ही पड़ेगा रहना है। या मैं आया हो तो लव करो। हाय श्रुदेत, व्हाट्सअप? ओके पलाश। एनी न्यू मैरिज प्रपोजल्स? तुम्हें क्या लेना देना है? तुम्हारी शादी में आओगे? क्योंकि मैं बुलाऊंगी तुम्हें, तो तुम कैसे आओगे? तो तुम्हें क्या लेना देना? फिर तुम बोलते हो कि तुम कुछ भी तुम पूछते ऐसी चीज है ना कि तुम्हें रिप्लाई ऐसे मिलते हैं फिर। मैं भी ठीक यार उदय, थैंक यू। हाँ, ऐड देखने के $1000। अगर ऐसा सीन होता ना तो अभी मैं कहीं पे वेकेशन पे होती। जस्ट सेइंग। आई एम आल्सो फाइन, थैंक यू। मुझे बुलाओगी शादी में? ऑफ कोर्स डूड्स, यू आर माय बेस्ट फ्रेंड। तुम्हें तो नाचना है मेरी बारात में। बाय बाय किधर चटको। ये सामने में कौन है? मेरी ट्विन सिस्टर। माय ट्विन सिस्टर। लेकिन मुझे तो डांस नहीं आता। अच्छा तुम गाओगे ना, लेकिन तुम गाते तो बहुत अच्छा। तुम्हें गाना तो गाना पड़ेगा, देयर इज नो अदर चॉइस। आई विल गिव यू माइक एंड यू विल हैव टू परफॉर्म संगीत वंगीत में। Can you just stop the poll? I want to see you play and vote to win, but I'm not playing. And you can close the poll. मुझे बुलाओगी फिर भी मैं आऊंगा नहीं। मैंने तुम्हें कभी बुलाया नहीं। तुम हो कौन? कोई अच्छा हेडफोन सजेस्ट करो ना। बजट क्या है मेरा? आपको तो आपका नाम तक वैसे ही। अबे तू अपना देखो बुढ़ाऊ। 30 साल के हो चुके हो। मेरे की शादी में 2-3 साल बड़े हो आप। अपना शादी का देखो पहले। ठीक है, जैसे बुढ़े हो रहे हो ना, जिस हिसाब से बाल गिर रहे हैं आपके, पहले अपना टेंशन लो फिर मेरा सोचना। ये रियलिटी लास्ट राइट मतलब? आई डोंट नो। अन्ना अन्ना विल क्लैरिफाई एवरीथिंग वंस ही इज बैक। नहीं रे यार, मराठी नहीं आती मेरे को। हाय आशीष, व्हाट्सअप? अप टू 7K। 7K में बहुत सारे अच्छे आते हैं। बोट के तो हेडफोन मैं भी बोट का ही पहनती हूँ, बहुत अच्छे हैं। हाइपर एक्स के यूल गेट। हाइपर एक्स इज ऑल्सो रियली गुड। देयर आर लॉट ऑफ गुड वंस। तुम्हारी कोई फ्रेंड्स अगर होगी भी तो कौन सा तुम्हें भाव देगी केसर? मुझे ये बात बताना। बाल ही नहीं है। बाल ही नहीं है फिलहाल तो। अरे वो तो वापस आ जाएंगी ना। पलाश तुम्हारे लिए तो कोई भी नहीं है भाई। केसर तो एटलीस्ट मतलब डिसेंट है, अच्छा अच्छा गाता है, यू नो, कुछ करता है। तुम नल्ले हो। हाय रियाज, हाउ आर यू? ये क्या बात हुई? कोई ना, केसर तुम आओ इंडिया, पहले तुम अपना वीजा लगाओ। पासपोर्ट बन हो गया तुम्हारा? पासपोर्ट बाय द वे जो तुम्हारा जनवरी से लेके अभी तक पासपोर्ट का चल रहा है। और मैं कर पकाता। दैट इज अ बेसिक सर्वाइवल स्किल फॉर योरसेल्फ। पासपोर्ट बन गया, कॉन्ग्रेट्स। फाइनली अब लेजिट दुबई का ट्रिप प्लान कर सकते हैं। मैं सितंबर में वापस जाने का सोच रही हूँ। तुम लोगों को प्लान करना है तो कर लो। टीटीआर को धोते मेरे घर के याद आ गई एग्जाम्स में खाने के बाद पापा भी ऐसे ही धोते थे भाई। रेवेनेंट played really freaking well. I don't think TR was ready for such a sort of gameplay because they were like very dominating. सितंबर गुड है तुम्हारा, एक साल से गुड ही चल रहा है। प्लान करूँ मैं तो मतलब मेरा तो घर है, मैं तो कल भी जा सकती हूँ उठ के। मौलाना सर्वाइवल लेवल, हाँ हाँ ओके। बहुत सारे लोग जाएंगे तो मजा आएगा, वही मैं बोल रही हूँ। बट तुम लोगों को प्लान करना होगा, बात करो राका वगैरह से। बाजू में यार दुबई, 4 घंटे का फ्लाइट। पाकिस्तान से तो आई थिंक 3 घंटे का है, आई डोंट नो। बट जो भी है 3-4 घंटे का फ्लाइट है। दिल्ली से तो 3 घंटे का है राका लोगों का। तो ये लोग आगे राका फाटू लोग, बढ़िया सबके मजे हैं और क्या। मिली को मैं बोल दूंगी हाय सूर्या हाउ आर यू। बाय यार, किधर अभी तक गए नहीं तो। हाउ सेटन लुक्स नाउ इक्लेस कैन यू अरेंज द पिक। सेटन मेरे को फोटो भेजो ना अपना, मेरे को अपना फोटो भेजो ना। मैं किसी को दिखाऊंगी नहीं यार, इतना भरोसा तो आप मेरे पे रख लो, बट मेरे को देखना है। या कि मम्मी पापा एक बच्चा गोद ले सकते हैं तो मैं तैयार हूँ। आई मीन वो ले लेंगे बट वो मेरे को अनगोद कर देंगे, वो मेरे को छोड़ देंगे, तो आई कांट रिस्क दैट केस। आई कांट रिस्क इट। हाय राकेश हाउ आर यू। सब सब्सक्राइबर्स को लेकर है ना दुबई, तो अपना टिकट विकेट कटवा लो तुम। शर्म आता है थोड़ी सी, आपको पता है सेटन, यू नो यू कैन ट्रस्ट मी। या एटलीस्ट वीडियो कॉल कर लो तो मैं देख लूँ, मेरे को देखना है। फोटो मत भेजो, या फोटो भी वो वाली भेजो ना जो वन टाइम व्यू होती है, ताकि मैं सेव भी ना कर पाऊँ, ठीक है। ऐसा इतना भरोसा रखो, पर मेरे को देखना तो है एक बार ही। हाय रोहित हाउ आर यू। भाई मेरा पैर वैर टूटा था, सब कुछ जो भी मैं ऊपर नीचे होता आप मेरे को देखते हो ना, है ना। ऐसा होता है क्या बेस्ट फ्रेंड्स, मतलब व्हाट्स द पॉइंट ड्यूड्स। स्क्रीनशॉट ले लेगी झूठी करके अबे। वो मेरे 2 साल से बेस्ट फ्रेंड है भाई, उनको पता मैं ऐसा हरकतें नहीं करूंगी, और लेके मैं अपने पास ही रखूंगी, मैं कभी किसी को दिखाती नहीं हूँ। हाय परवीन चिंती हाउ आर यू। ठीक है सेकंड डन। डन आई एम एक्साइटेड। मैं एक्चुअली भूल गई थी, वरना मैं पहले ही ऐसे कॉल कर लेती आपको। मैं भूल गई थी कि आप टकले होते थे। खुद एंजॉय करेंगे हम, नहीं बस सॉरी। Why did you shift from Dubai to Bangalore? Cause to study. क्या मेरे ये नेल्स का कलर देख, ऐसा ग्रीन हो गया, ये वाले का ब्लू है, देख रहे हैं? तो हट जाएगा, पर मेरे को ये अच्छा लग रहा है ज़्यादा। दिस वॉज बाय एक्सीडेंट, करवा के मैं ब्लू आई थी। घर पे खाना वाना बनाते टाइम कुछ तो मैंने किया जिस वजह से वो ग्रीन हो गए। बट आई एम लाइकिंग दिस बेटर देन दिस, आई डोंट नो व्हाई। फुल चिकना चिकना। हाँ तो टीवन भी तो गंजे हो रखे हैं ना, टीवन के भी तो अभी बाल धीरे धीरे आ रहे हैं। इतने सारे टफिस्ट टॉयज यस। थैंक्स तरुण थैंक यू। Hey class, why are you so cute? यार this has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me at all. This is only मेरे mom and dad का प्यार. That is me. बाकी क्लास आपका एक क्लास फ्रेम अच्छी है, थैंक्स यार, थैंक यू। अभी तो पढ़ाई खत्म हो गई कब की। मैं पूरा, हाँ तुम भी तो हो रखे हो। केजर भी, ए तुम क्यों हो रखे केजर, मेरे को पूछना था तुम क्यों हो रखे हो गंजे। मुझे टीबोन का पता है, सेटन का भी मेरे को पता है, पर तुम क्यों हो रखे हो। हाय किंग फाइटर। मेकअप प्रोडक्ट्स तुम्हें चाहिए क्या किधर, तुम्हें लगाने हैं क्या, मैं तुम्हें बता दूंगी तुम्हारे लिए। तुम्हें मेकअप लगाना है तो बता दो। तुम्हें प्रॉब्लम, आज तक देखो है कि मैंने बाल पूरे पीछे कर लिए, मेरे को इरिटेट हो रहा था जो। तुम गुस्से में अपने बाल काटे हो यार केसर, तुम बहुत मेरी तरह हो, पता है मैं भी उस दिन अपने बाल लिटरली ऐसे काटने वाली थी। मैं स्ट्रीम पे भी उस दिन काटने वाली थी, मेरे को बहुत रोका, तब जाके मैं ऐसा, मैं फिर मेरे को मिली ने बोला कि पागल हो गई क्या। तो फिर मिली से कभी कभी डर लगता है मेरे को, तो फिर मैं नहीं काटी। पर अच्छा लग रहा है केसर, सरप्राइजिंगली अच्छा लग रहा है। ये भी ठीक है, आज आप ज्यादा खूबसूरत लग रही हो, थैंक यू। Hey Leslie, can you find a girlfriend for me more cutter than you? You want someone more cutter than me? I don't know what more cutter is though. सही में पृथ्वी सही बोलो, गाली खाएगा आज, अभी वेट ही कर रही हूँ। मैंने भी सेकंड क्लास में गंजी स्टाइल में काट दिए थे खुद ही, बट सेकंड क्लास में तो चलो ठीक है। वो तो बचपन है उस पे, नो वन रियली केयर्स। ऐसे लड़कियों के बाल लंबे ही होने चाहिए। चाहिए क्यों, होने ही चाहिए क्यों, मतलब लंबे छोटे दोनों बहुत ज्यादा हो गए लंबे, बहुत ज्यादा लंबे ऊपर तो आ रहे भाई। इरिटेट हो रहा है मेरे को, ऐसा काटने का मन कर रहा है पूरा। हाय ब्लॉकर, गुड इवनिंग। हाय आकाश, व्हाट्स अप। ज्यादा करेगा आरपी मस्त। कल बहुत सुबह सुबह तक तुम आरपी कर रही थी ना, मैं देखी सुबह भी, मैं जब सोने आने वाली थी मैं देख रही तुम आरपी तब भी चल रहा है। मतलब इट्स माय चॉइस इस वजह से। अच्छा नहीं, मेरे को तो ऑनेस्टली बोर मारता है ऐसा। मेरे को ऐसा बीच बीच में ना दौरे पड़ते हैं कुछ अलग करना, और हमेशा जब भी मुझे कुछ अलग करना होता है मुझे अपने बालों को छेड़ना होता है, समझ रहे हो। तो अभी मेरे को बहुत मन कर रहा है, आजकल बहुत ज्यादा मन कर रहा है मेरे को ऐसे इतना इतना बाल काट देने का, दिख रहा है इतना इतना बाल काटने का मन कर रहा है मेरे को, इतना छोटा करने। और मेरे को बहुत टाइम से एक्चुअली गंजा होना, बट मेरे पापा करने नहीं देते। VLT का न्यू लाइनअप आ रहा है क्या? रेफरेंस अन्ना's tweet. I have no idea वरुण, only Anna can tell you that. I have literally no idea. ना बुरी लगोगे, सही लग रही हो, ठीक है, ये भी हम मान लेते हैं।
Be there from True Rippers, but I'm glad that they pick it up. So
बॉयकॉट
now we will have a very fair fight.
कर लो,
with
I'll
these
send
middle
20
lineups.
गिफ्टेड। 20 गिफ्टेड के लिए बॉयकॉट तो बिल्कुल नहीं।
Let's see who's able to use their
20 गिफ्टेड के लिए तो नहीं।
own lineup in general, or the agent select better enough inside this matchup. As we
Go
have
for it,
True Rippers
absolute
starting
dad.
things off
Go
on the
for it.
attack, and
I'm
Revenant this
Irish.
time on the
I'm
defense.
still sick.
We
How
aren't
are
seeing
you?
any aggressive moves from the side of Revenant,
हम लोग का फर्स्ट मीट का 1 ईयर।
but we are seeing some
Oh.
quick rotations as the C
My
side
God, Akash, you're
hit
just going to constantly.
is confirmed that there's no
I
one
don't
coming
know.
on the C side. You can see Paradox on the
You
aggressive
have
angle,
only
just
you can
collecting
help
that
yourself.
info over and over again. It is a B side hit
I do
where
this
Josh is
together.
able to find the entry right off the
Good
bat.
pick.
Kazan gets taken.
You look good
Taken
long
care of.
hair, but
And
yeah,
True
go for it.
Rippers,
Thank you so much,
they've got no
Seedmaker.
other choice than to fall back.
I'll see. The day I get like really pissed,
like the
I'll just
position
chop
that
it off.
Paradox
I won't
has
even
now.
ask anyone.
It's more like a one and done position,
अब
but
TV serial में
I don't
actress
think
बनने का
anyone
try
will
करूँ।
check him if True Rippers
No,
decide to go
thanks.
there anyway.
Sorry, no, I don't
Ching,
want
on the
to
other
be
hand, just
sorry.
jump spotting people. He will act like the early warning system, and
just don't want
Revenant
you to
have been
hurt yourself,
pretty quick
that's
on
all.
the rotates. At least in the fight that we've seen so
You
far,
look
they were
good
able
with
to
short
get there
hair,
on
though.
time.
I do. I actually do.
And now look at this. They want to go
I
for
mean,
a
I don't know
punch.
now because my face
They're
has become a little
waiting
more.
to let Right to Ace kick the door down in case True Rippers try to go for a hit
Oh,
towards the B
hi.
side once
Wait,
again.
wait.
And that's exactly why Revenant didn't commit towards the A side instead. They knew that True Rippers will
I
try
think
to
I
go
still
for a
will.
nice curveball towards the end. But Ching, blind as a bat.
Oh my God!
Luckily, there is backup available. Blackhawk comes in to save him just in time.
Kya ho
But
raha
Nick
hai?
is winning his fights, and True Rippers might just have this round yet.
Yeah, they might just, but still a little too close to comfort. It's a 2-on-3 scenario. Man advantage in the hands of
Short
True
hair
Rippers,
girls
but
look
that
cute.
doesn't
Don't
mean
even
True
long
Rippers
hair
should
do.
try and push, and it'll get a little too ahead of
Depends.
themselves. Able to connect the shots through the
On
smoke.
what you
Argue
want
able to
at the
find
end of
one,
it.
a massive one. And this should
Oh,
give
ये
them a little
वाली
bit more
TR पूरा
semblance of
सा
security as Revenant.
attacker
who's got the
friendly
last
map
man
है
up and
देखो.
alive. Ching,
This is like a
with
blessing in
only
disguise for
26
True
HP,
Rippers
doesn't really have a lot to back
because
up
they can
on, but
actually
still
create
able to
pressure
find
now
one.
and break
But that's all
Revenant
he's
का
going to get as
momentum.
Argue
They
denies
should
the
go for
final
it.
man. And True Rippers able to start things off on a great note, at least on this map.
ठीक है bye bye Satan, take care, see you
I
soon.
kind of feel sad for Right to Ace over
How
there.
about some pro commentary?
His position over towards the B-Link
It's
area,
still looking
especially with
अच्छा
the
लग
door
रहा है.
still intact, kind of tells you that he's
Oh,
playing
I
that
would
one and
read
done
for
spot
it,
only to reinforce the B
Flowers.
side and maybe kick the
Honestly,
door
please.
down if there is an A hit. But he kind of saw it coming, you know?
Need to go get
He missed the timing on the fault line, which would have been perfect, by the way, if he was able to connect it. And he saw that True Rippers would break the door and try to go towards the B side. They wouldn't commit towards A, and Revenant knew it. And they even made rotations accordingly. But still, True Rippers a step ahead this time. Starting off on the right note, winning the pistol. This definitely makes it a little more promising.
Josh, right off the bat, amping up the aggression, wanting to get up close and personal against the enemies. Trailblazers going to be utilized. Josh is get spotted, uses the flashes to make a great escape, but is he going to be able to? He will be able to fall back safely, but he's still wanting to challenge the fights against the opponents. Of course, they don't really have the superior weaponry inside this fight, but they can try to make something out of nothing. Ching spots out one of the players in the clotheslines, and now he knows it's a complete A-hit coming soon, as Wimp will get the site control in the hand and the rest of the team will flood through. Wimp in the clothesline will get
Yikes.
destroyed, but an instant trade will back it up, and Kaizen gets another one. A 3K for this man.
Kaizen stands strong, steadfast in his approach as he holds this area down with an iron grip. That's a nice cleanup for him. Farming up 4 kills,
Hi,
getting closer to
Farhan.
the showstopper. That's going to be super useful
दूसरा
for
कौन
True
से खेल
Rippers
रहे हो
later
क्या
on.
आजकल?
But I like how True Rippers were very,
मैं
very
देखने का
passive
मन नहीं
in
करता
this
आजकल
round.
because reality
They
नहीं है.
took
It's
their sweet
fine.
time
That
trying
does
to hit
not
the
mean
C-site.
See,
As
we
soon as they
support
figured
this
out
game
that
as a whole.
there's
We
a
support
bunch of utility dump presence
representing
from Revenant
India
over
as
there,
a
they
whole.
were not at all hesitant
So
in
if there is
backing off.
another team that is going to do it at this
Well
point of
enough,
time,
and
we
that's
need to
also because
support them.
Wimp was kind of lurking for his team.
Andrew
While the rest of them were
already
towards the
said
attacking
make
spawn,
we
Wimp
as
was
a top-
already pushing the
What the
limits
fuck?
on the A side.
That's
As soon as
awkward.
the
We
smoke
can't
came
take
through, he just decided
whatever.
to rush it, send it in.
Yes, I'm not dead, but
And that's how True Rippers are able to get 2 rounds in a row. But now the real acid test begins. Revenant, with all the
apologies to
weaponry
myself
that
because
they
I promise
need,
that I'll try and better me.
want to stop True Rippers in
And
their
always
tracks
look
before
forward
they
to
get
next.
too
It's
much
fine.
momentum.
Like I said, it'll take time, but you know,
Techno
you'll be fine
he
eventually.
got a lot of clearance with that Trailblazer, but he doesn't exactly know what's inside the site. On the other side, Wimp, a good way to open the fray up, and that's also in the name of Blackhawks. So now the opponents don't even have a controller to get the site control back in their hands. This is a massive one, a huge opening for
Yeah,
True
this will-
Rippers to rely back on. If they get the site control, the retake is next to impossible.
Exactly. I was just going to say that retaking will be very difficult for Revenant Esports, and now they've got like just one choice.
Right there.
Hold the area down. Don't even let them plant. I'm kind of skeptical about how Right to Ace is playing in this position. One advantage that Right to Ace position has over here is that he can back up his teammates anywhere, both on the A and the B side. So that's amazing. A well-timed fault line could really stop them in their
Oh,
tracks
nice.
over here. And
Nice,
also
good
for
pick.
himself, the satchel to help him reposition, and he peeks back again. But the pinstripe of trades kind of
Techno
keeps
is
it in the
low.
favor of True Rippers. At the same time, while they're planting on the A
Leclerc.
side, look at the position the Wimp has. He's going to be the insurance policy in case something goes wrong. But I don't think Right to Ace sees him coming. And he's already so low on HP, he might as well just try to go for a save. Yeah, he's been spotted. I don't think they will let him save though.
You learn from all the
Yeah.
matches, whether it's these or those. You
But
learn
still,
something
Right to
new.
Ace is going for anything he can get his
Hi
hands
Samarth, how
upon.
are you?
And he was able to find out Disrupt as well. That's
Good
impressive.
round, dude.
The Techno in the end will sweep one under the rug.
Good
As True
freaking
Rippers, they get
round.
another round flowing in their sleeves. Nicely done. 3-0. A good start. A dominating start indeed in their hands so far. Able to take the aggression against the opponents, and also was able to shut down Blackhawk right off the
So
bat.
this weapon
That was
is making
something
me
that
so
pretty
sick.
much that's where they got the round in the hand.
That
Doing great
aggression
work,
from
too. I'm
Revenant
also fine,
Esports hasn't
thank
really
you.
been felt yet. Don't mistake this for the
Which
fact
team is
that
supporting
Esports
Revenant?
aren't playing aggressively. They do push out every now and then. At least they have rubble control
Right to
firmly
Ace.
every single time at the start of the round. Now, it's a different story that Blackhawk gets decapitated by Wimp in a very ugly fashion, but Revenant Esports are still not willing to give up rubble control, which is something that a defending team should do almost all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But True Rippers also just give up this area. They're comfortable letting it go. And they know that Revenant have an eco, so they will either push out or have a stack. So True Rippers are avoiding walking into a trap of sorts.
Actually, they should have pushed them. They could have gotten Wimp and his gun.
And Wimp
Message
wants to play this
पढ़ लो।
one quite safe.
गेम ही नहीं खेला 2 दिन से.
It is
हमको
completely
क्या
fine
पता
for
भाई,
him
वैसे
to
भी
take-
हमसे तो
take
हमारे साथ तो खेलना
back
कब का
control.
बंद ही कर दिए थे तुम.
As True Rippers, they make their stroll onto the C site. They've got the site control easily and freely
अभी है
in
ना
the
तुम्हारा
hands.
6 दिन
But
और बैन
Chink
है
is
ना.
on the other side of the smoke, just waiting for him to float.
Why
to them.
Revenant, why not
Another
TR?
flash comes in and Chinks
I
gets
will
shut
do
down
support
this
TR.
time. He's got no visual on the opponents or the surrounding area whatsoever. The flashes are placed perfectly. Paradox able to strike one down, but that's all he's going to get.
Hi Deepo also.
True Rippers, another
I'm
round
sending
flowing
it
in
to
their
one
hands.
both. जोर से.
Nicely done. 40-0, a dominating start on the
Look.
Lotus. Definitely was not a start that I expected from True Rippers on this
8
map.
months.
But it's
6 months
still the
plus.
starting few
6
initial
months
stage
plus
of the
तो था.
maps. You can't really say a lot just after those first 4 rounds. And it's going
But
to be
not
a
from my
tactical
ex,
timer
my-
from
जो
Revenant
मेरा
Esports. They desperately need this one too.
Decent X था. I
They
was,
did have losers bonus
I was
stacking up, and now
over
they've
him,
also got the
bro.
better weaponry in the hands.
I was over the
Vandals and
toxicity.
Phantoms on the board. And they've also got a showstopper ready. If it is a
उसके बाद
complete
message किया, कहाँ
massive
message किया तुमने
push
मेरे
out from True Rippers, the showstopper can definitely stop
And
them
he
in the
support Marcel,
tracks.
big Marcel fan.
But on the
Nice.
other hand, Disrupt's got his hands on the Rolling Thunder,
Right
which they
to is
can
यार,
utilize to get the site control in the hand.
Taito is हमारे OG भैया है.
Now, because
Thanks,
we have
Prithvi,
some
thank
time to
you.
discuss this. What are the odds that True Ripper's 11-1 or 12-0 Revenant over here? What are the chances that they give them the exact same treatment they received on Bind?
Many people have watched his first Valorant stream, but nowadays
Okay, I guess the
Valorant
silence
only.
tells me
Yeah,
all I need to know. I don't think you
you can
believe
be a
in that
fan.
prophecy.
You can't learn anything from
Maybe Revenant
his
will
stream for sure.
show us exactly what they're made of in this round, right?
Mhm.
If they fail
No, but
over
no
here
cap,
as
if
well,
they play
then
regularly,
maybe
it'll be
we can
pretty
start sinking the
But
possibilities
yeah,
of
they
a
these two start playing
11-1
Valo very early
coming
on,
through
no? So
again.
Oh,
they
yeah.
This time in the
Patu,
favor
Raka
of
and
True
all these
Rippers.
people.
But Revenant,
Valorant
they've been
is a
quite
great
dynamic on their
game.
killjoy setup, you know? Every now and then Ching was placing his alarm bot towards the mouth of B
Right
side,
to
but
A.
he would sometimes place the turret on A. Now he's placing it on C, so he's changing that up. And True
Wait,
Rippers
what's
always
that?
play very passively at the
Bas.
start. They know that
Don't
Revenant
waste
are
your time
aggro,
and
so
energy on such people.
they like holding their defaults. And so far, these defaults are actually kind of working out
मुझे
for
भैया
them,
तो
you know?
निकाल
They
मतलब
always
तुम ये
are able
assume
to
क्यों
get that
करते हो कि
opening
कोई
pick,
अगर
always get the
जाता है तो
45
उसको निकाला
advantage.
ही गया है. Might be
Somehow
their
make sure that
decision
the
too.
follow-up aggression from Revenant Esports also doesn't give them too much momentum.
I think both ways. That's छोटा सोच
Making
मत
plenty of
रखो.
noise.
And also whatever it is,
Considering,
a lot of factors
I
are
was about to say,
involved.
considering this map is an attacking sided
You
map,
and I are
so
no
we
one to
expect True
have
Rippers
an
to
opinion
have
on that.
an
I mean,
early on lead
not an opinion,
against
but
Revenant
not a
Esports.
say.
For Revenant Esports being on the defending side, all they need to do is just win as many rounds as possible. If we're able to squeeze out the more rounds, the better. But on the attacking
When I
side,
come बोलिए
imagine
मैंने
the
no
aggression
thank
of
you
Revenant
और मैं no thank
mixed
you बोल
up with
दिया
a
सब
map that
गुस्सा
is
हो गया
heavily
मुझसे
favored with the attackers.
when I
man,
come मतलब
that
welcome
seems
होता है ना
like a date with destiny. Before now, as the Rolling
Yeah.
Thunder's utilized, True Rippers, they're going to have a free flow onto site once again.
भाई
Seaside
turret से
taken
मर
in their
जाएगा.
hands. Kaizen will also get rid of the turret. And True Rippers, a deep site control they've got in their hands.
Exactly. As soon as the Seekers were popped, they realized that only one of them went towards the seaside, so they sent in the rest of the ultimates as well, hoping to overwhelm that single guy and get this site for sure.
सबको
But
पता है
now,
निकाला है तो
Barracuda
hire
have to
foreign
show up.
imports जब तुम्हें सब पता है तो
His
पूछ क्यों
showstopper
रहे
is the
हो
only
भाई
thing that can make a difference.
पूछ
No
रहे
other
हो फिर?
utility available that will
तुम्हें
help them
सब कुछ
break
पता
through
है
this
तो
massive crossfire that True Rippers have set up. Kaizen doesn't
Good
even
for
want to
you.
participate in the crossfire. He just wants to stay ahead of his teammates. The showstopper doesn't get much done, but at least it allows them to have a foot in this site.
Oh.
Forget having a foot. These guys are taking the heads off. Disrupt
Oh my
through the
God.
smoke. That's a massive spray down, and this will turn the tides. But he's so paranoid about getting crunched from both sides. He tries to pre-fire, doesn't get it done properly. Whip's nanoswarms have been used up. He has to connect the shot
Oh,
onto
oh my God.
Blackhawk now.
Oh.
He's not able to do it, and he just makes it away.
Damn, bro, zero.
my goodness.
Oh my
was so
god,
lucky.
0.18.
Oh my god,
I'm
True
gonna-
Rippers, they know they barely won that round. Completely behalf of that luck. And that timing
Nice,
working out in their
nice.
favor. Whip was not able to find the spot at all.
Bro,
He was
वो ही
not
गया
able
था
to shut down the man
defuse.
who was going for the defuse. And Blackhawk almost could have done it, man. All he needed was a couple of milliseconds more.
Resident Evil
And
Fanatic
that
TV
could have
ऐसे
been
ही
it.
Huh?
And now as Revenant Esports,
I'm
they've
wrong
got
about
their
what?
hands on the lockdown. And also
I wasn't
from the
even talking
shadows,
about that
lockdown
region.
can
I wasn't
lock down
even
the site
talking about
completely and make
Emi
sure
and
that the
stuff.
opponents are not going to be
I
able
was
to
talking
reach
about
through.
Raka stream.
But let's see
What
if
the
they're
hell?
gonna try to
Of
utilize
course, you
that
learn
inside
so
the
many
shift
things from
round, inside the
Fnatic
eco
and
round. If they're
all
able to
these
find some
reasons,
early
all these regions.
value, then maybe they probably will.
Off stream कब खेलोगे? तुम्हें on stream खेलने में क्या problem है साथ में?
Can't keep having these close encounters. Stack on the B side. Aggro players from aggro position from Blackhawk to its C mount doesn't get them anything, and now they start to question their decision. That's exactly why Ching is going back to its DA side, but he won't be able to stop the side push over here by himself. He doesn't have any utility placed. Yeah, he just tried to throw in.
ऐसा क्या? आज खेलूंगी मैं शायद
Never
वैसे.
mind. There really is nothing he can do, and this nade will probably be the death of him. So he swings out, hoping to take one down. before he
WhatsApp कर
bites
देना
the
तुम्हारे
dust.
पास मेरा नंबर तो है फरहान. आज शाम को रात को
Lucky.
खेलोगे तो.
Josh as well, positioned in an interesting angle.
Finally,
not pushing out
finally
just
3 year
yet.
बाद में diamond हो गया. Let's go
Playing this
Siddharth.
one safe and sound. True
Congratulations.
Rippers, they know.
Congrats.
Considering the opponents don't really have the suitable amount of weaponry.
ये तो उल्टा हो गया रे.
True
Last
Rippers,
match
they
का
should get
5-0
easy
चल
one
रहा
to
है.
take in their hands. Before Revenant Esports,
Nice
the
one,
losers bonus is going to start to build up. This is where they'll probably be able to buy some guns in their hands. Paradox able to shut down Techno.
Nice
Good
shot.
trade. Paradox able to get 2. He's good for 2. As Revenant now, they've got only 2
Nice
points standing
shot,
for
bro.
themselves, but you've got a man like Josh hitting his shots as well.
Good fucking
Eventually,
eco.
Disrupt will clean things off.
True Rippers continue their winning streak.
वही तो मैं भी बोल रही थी
Revenant
आरडी.
Esports once again
मैं भी
bring
तो
it
सेम ही
super
चीज बोल
close.
रही थी.
But this time, the
Thank you, buddy.
decider, or the bullets, not the
Congrats,
time,
congrats.
ended by intention. True Rippers are going very strong so far. Yes, the retakes are a little shaky, but so
I mean, it's do
far
or die for
they
TRS,
are
so they need to create
somewhat
this.
keeping it
They
in the
needed to
bag.
play like this. It's good. They're
Revenant
playing well.
tried to sneak that hand into the
Okay,
bag
got
and tried
it.
to yoink around away, but they're just left with narrow margins. But now that Revenant have 4 massive ultimates, maybe things will change. They're not playing aggro this time. Instead, they just try to make their mark into the A lobby area, but are instantly sent back by the fault line the True Rippers are using.
तो फिर मैं तो
True Rippers.
या फिर
Once
वो
again,
आता
go
है
for the similar strategy that they tried to do in the previous one as well. And look at this rolling thunder. Nicely placed. The timing was perfect
my
as well.
God.
Odin in the close
Odin
range is going to
spam,
strike
bro.
down anyone who decides to peek it. And then you've got Wimp as well following it up.
ये मेलाटोनिन स्ट्रिप्स आती है उससे नींद आती है apparently अच्छी
Blackhawk and
try
Paradox,
that,
last
Karan.
2 pillars left to life.
मेरे को भी करना चाहिए मेरे को भी
And these
इंसान
guys can definitely try to pull something over here. Try to do at least something before going down. We'll get some sort of value
Nice.
in their hands as
Ye
Blackhawk
ho
strikes one
sakta hai
down.
इनके
Argue
कारण।
taken care of. Techno as well, wanting to defend the side
Smoke
from
में
these two
देखो,
players as much as
अरे
possible.
lower एक
It
तो।
is doable. The retake is
Never
pullable.
mind.
But as Techno is able to strike down one, the last one will follow it up as well and gets taken care of. A big hurdle for Revenant Esports is True Ripper's A-take.
Motherboard
Yeah,
करने
but
के लिए
True
पैसे मिलते
Rippers,
हैं क्या
I'm
नहीं
actually very, very impressed that they survived the Rolling Thunder. So many of them knocked up into the air, but still are landing on their feet and connecting their shots as well. Chink could only get one. I thought he would be set up for a nice multi-kill over there.
यार
And
it's
True
really
Rippers
well dude
leave no
Hi, Tejas,
hurdle
how are you?
uncrossed. That Rolling Thunder was supposed to be a death sentence, but they not only survived that, but they thrive. 7-0. And I'm having deja vu all over again, except it's reversed.
it was
It's True Rippers with the 7-0 lead. We've seen this happen in the previous
बात
map,
तो
but
सही है Florin बात तो
I don't
एकदम
know,
सही
man. This just seems like one of those series that is going to be super one-sided for either side, and then split will really determine the winner. Unless Revenant can win the next 5 rounds and keep the first half competitive, or
Split है भाई
pull up
split
their
ना
socks
बहुत
in the
ही
second one.
टेढ़ा मैप है
True Rippers are having a gala time over here.
Processor because the bill
And Revenant
से
once
अच्छी
again
लगी
with the
मुझे
eco weapons are forced to make some
खाना
gamble
वाना ढंग
stacks.
से खाओ ज़्यादा स्ट्रेस मत
The
करो
last time they had the Omen playing to its C-mount and the
गेम
rest
का
of the
इतना
team
बीटी
on
मत
B.
किया करो
This time Blackhawk alone
has
is on the A
defense
side
first.
while everyone else was stacking C. And now that he sees a lot of people coming towards him, he tries to escape, gets bit, but is able to narrowly make it across the doorway.
Yeah.
Now that the rest of his team is already positioning to intercept True Rippers, will they be able to stop them? There's a massive lurk
Nice.
coming
Nice.
in
No.
from Paradox, but will he be checked? Yes, he will, but he still wins the duel. That's amazing. There's some hope for Revenant now.
Nice
Indeed, but not a lot though. True Rippers, once again, they're getting the A-side control that easily in the hands. Ching missing out on a couple of bullets too.
Techno is
Lifeline
like
given away to his
19
opponents.
HP
As Blackhawk trying to wrap up from the back lines, doing
Finally.
anything possible. Paradox able to strike one down
Will
as well.
Revenant
Argue
finally
turns
get around?
and slaps him in the face as Ching gets striking down. But Revenant
Thirsty.
eventually
Good
gets that
round.
50 in the hand. A massive round
गेम
for
का बीटी
Revenant.
है ही नहीं
And
क्या
this
हो
will
गया
also boost their confidence.
ये बाद
up.
में
This is
बात
what I
करते
was exactly about to say.
Off
The
stream.
objective for True Rippers is not
You're
to
looking
trip
cute
over
today.
their
Thank you,
own
Mehul.
shoelaces. And once again, they try to do
अभी
the
इतना
same
सा हो ही नहीं
strategy that
सकता
they've been doing in the past 3
बात तो ये भी
rounds.
सही है
And this time, they get countered easily.
Yeah, this time Revenant crunched them really fast. A good push out from the C-Mound area. Then Paradox continues to push across D-spawn. And he also is able to win his duels. A triple kill for him nets his team the round.
ठीक
And
है
he
Farhan
go
ठीक
down
है
that too, so that's quite a
खेलने
lot
आओगे
of
तो
momentum
WhatsApp
that
कर देना
Revenant
मेरे को
needed. Not only do they get the round, but they also save the money, which means they will have some sort of stability going into the next round as well. But will this be the momentum ender for True Rippers? Can they continue their win streak once again, or is this all she wrote for them?
क्या ये 7-5 होगा या 9-3 होगा
Told you, man, for Revenant Esports, the main key, the main goal inside this entire map of Lotus is to get as many points or as many rounds secured on the defending side. At least they've got one. 7-1 is the
I'm
scoreline.
also
It's
fine,
not
Tejas, thank
bad
you.
at all. Techno pushing up way too deep. This
ठीक है
might
Farhan
just be
ठीक
able
है
to maybe get some value, and he's able to do so. Instantly falls back with that kill itself. Trailblazer's going to spot out another player in the clotheslines. His right to ace gets taken down, and now True Rippers. Things are starting to calculate well now, and they're also able to swing and strike down anyone that stands against them from Revenant. Black Hawk to go, the last man alive.
Good
It's quite
round, yeah.
funny how the only
9-3.
casualty was this Kaizen, and he too died because he was concussed by the rolling thunder, and then the
9-3 हो गया तो
aftershock got the
curse का
better of
hope.
him. It's a funny way to die, but hey, as long as you're getting the rounds in the bag, I think it's fine. That was quite a claustrophobic
Thanks,
round, so
Prithvi, for the
chaotic
one
as well.
gifted. Yeah, so chaotic.
Both the sides
So
used the
many
lockdown,
utils.
and
Reeds, Sky.
Troopers realized that they can't just plant the spike and
The
get back to
utils are
its
so annoying.
mound. That's not going to be enough. They've already almost lost a round because of that. So they
दोनों
decided
का
to send it
same ही
even
वो है.
deeper inside. Especially when Kaizen has a showstopper and the rolling thunder as well was sent towards the link. Troopers
Shot,
before
bro.
it even begins, but even this round is super fast. Look at the number of kills that
ये
Revenant
लोग
Esports
eco
are
पे
getting.
ज़्यादा अच्छा
Even
खेल
the
रहे हैं
camera
भाई.
can't catch this. 3 massive frags towards A rubble, and True Rippers are
This is
left
Sheriff only, I
reeling.
think.
They try to lick their wounds by going back towards the B side
This
and
map
hopefully
यार for
plant the
sure.
spike in
अब तो है
time.
वैसे.
But Revenant already have the trap set.
The A-side take is not going to work out anymore. Revenant
I
knows how
tell
to
you.
exactly counter that. And this time, the default
Game
that they
player.
like to do where the 3 players push up all the way towards
से
Rubble,
person
it
मानते.
worked out, and luckily for them, True Rippers was deciding to push on the A-side as well. Stars aligned for them. Revenant Esports, the chances of them winning out this round are quite massive. And slowly and steadily, they're also starting to
Malega.
crawl their way towards the B site. The first man found Blackhawk, able to strike him down, and now Wimp has left the last one on the naughty list. And will be probably caught on the
What?
investigation soon enough.
तो
65
वही
HP,
तो
not
यार
much
उससे
to
ज़्यादा
back
अच्छा
them
खेल रहे
up.
हैं. लास्ट
This
राउंड भी
back is
कोई
on the
जीते
other
वाला
side
मेरे को
as well.
50 ही जीतेंगे ये लोग.
Next to impossible to win this round at this point. Wimp will probably try to save the weapon if possible. 30 seconds left. Wimp will need to make something happen out of nothing in this scenario. Too many players
50.
peeking him.
Second
Yeah,
50.
that was
दो
a
राउंड तो
fine
जीते,
squad
50
waiting for
जीते.
him on the other side of that dark cover.
आपको थैंक्स बोल दो.
And they know that given the time he's got, he doesn't even have the opportunity to go all the way around and recover the spike from somewhere else. He had to make that play. He had to dive out of the smoke. And just like that, Revenant Esports take their second. A much needed round. But why is it that Revenant find way more success on these ecos than they ever do in the
Yeah.
battles? It's a bit
Both the
weird.
rounds are won the
But
one
hey, as long as
only.
they're getting some rounds, I'm no one to complain. Instant tactical timeout taken by True Rippers. They don't want to let Revenant Esports get even a foot in the door, get even a little bit of them. And hell, if I was True Rippers, I would probably try this I would probably do the same thing. They don't want to let Revenant Esports get any momentum over here. Now, let's consider what's worked for Revenant so far. The first round that they were able to win, it's because they played super aggressively and got the crunch onto True Rippers before they even stepped into the site. This time, a massive brawl towards A rubble falls in the favor of Revenant Esports, as a pinstripe of trades doesn't really help out True Rippers anymore.
And if I'm not wrong, both the rounds were thrifty rounds.
Yeah, both the rounds were thrifty rounds.
Yeah, so that's impressive. That in itself
That's
proves
how
that
you-
Revenant Esports, they're able to land their shots, but
Travel
True
world.
Rippers, they're just having the advantage of hitting the side and exactly
Everyone
having
is.
that unknowing factor in their strat so far.
Subscription-
That mysterious
subscription
aura
milky
they're
bunny.
able to build around, and this is what the advantage is when
I'm
you're going
fine,
to have
so
three
how are
sides
you?
against you. As I said, it is an attacking
गाने
sided
सुन
map,
रहा है,
and
बकरों के
imagine
गाने
if
से
Revenant's
कौन
going to
मिलता
get
है?
the switch in their hands. If they're even
फिर
able to
भी
make
सही
the
है.
half 9-3.
9-3.
Revenant Esports are good.
8493.
They will be sorted.
Don't let this be 10
Nice
to.
TP from Mario. Clears out the bend and realizes there's nobody
Oh,
over there. The
shot.
only thing standing in their way are nanoswarms and probably Ching. But I don't think Ching can stop the plant over here. The spike will go down regardless. Now the difference maker over here will be Ace
I've
and
not seen
and Josh. They are coming in for the
them
crunch.
play Gecko.
And with them clearing out
Split.
Mound, they will realize that all of True Rippers are in the side itself. And there's only one play that True Rippers can make. And that's an aggro towards Waterfall. Will Revenant be able to adjust?
तो है वो.
Well, I mean, it seems like they will be able to. So far, the kills are just straight up flowing in their favor. Has one more to go, and it's Wimp once again left on the naughty list. And what? Is he going to be able to ace clutch that one? Way too close to comfort. Not a lot of bullets left over, and in the end, right to ace. He gets that round for his team.
What the hell was that?
Oh man, you can see the disappointment on the face of Wimp. He knew he had it in the
NT
hand.
dude,
Almost
NT,
got
NT,
that
NT,
1v5
NT.
clutch setup.
I think वो knife निकाल ले
Ace
panic
for
में.
Wimp or right to Ace winning.
Hi Jeet, how are you? He's
It's
looking
quite a
gloomy
poetry
today.
in motion
Not
over here,
well,
as
that's
both
fine.
these players are on for glory. But yeah, that round wasn't supposed to go down in that fashion, you know? Revenant Esports saw that push towards Waterfall.
क्या
and
कर रहा
Hall's
था
from a
Paradox?
mile away. Two Rippers have done this in the past. Every time they hit the C site, except for the first round, which was planted on
Delay
Two
क्या नहीं?
Rippers, they never really tried to
कौन जीता? Revenant,
stay
ये round तो
towards Mount. They
Revenant.
always go towards either Waterfall or Hawks. And Revenant knew this was coming, and hence they were able to adjust. Still, it was a bit too close.
9-3 लग रहा है मेरे को.
Oh, not able to
Let
land
us
that shot
dominate this
exactly.
match. Up.
Now, he's got Case and
Hi,
just
Dita,
getting
how
the
are
side
you?
control in the hand once again. Massive hurdle. C-site taken in the hands. And now Revenant will need to try and come up with a game plan at the last moment. Nothing left over. Flashes utilized as well. So much utility to try and stop Revenant in their track. Even one of the players can get detained by the lockdown.
मार देगा follow forward यार.
The side control in the hand once again. Massive hurdle. C-site taken in the hands. And now Revenant will need to try and come up with a game plan at the last moment. Nothing left over. Flashes utilized as well. So much utility to try and stop Revenant in their track. Even one of the players can get detained by the lockdown. And True Ripper so far seems like the stars aligned inside this round. Showstopper used as well to get rid of the man in the clotheslines, and he will be able to do so. Perfect flashes too to blind out the players that are left on the aggressive side. And Revenant, they start to get the control once again. They're able to bounce back in style, able to spring back to action. Argue in the clotheslines with the judge. If anyone peeks in the smoke, he will be dealt with. Argu's judge is striking down anyone that stands against him. But in the end, Paradox Shorty
8-4, not a bad half for
man
this
under
map.
the rug as they get another round in the head. It's an 8-4 half, ladies and gentlemen, in the first one. And Revenant, they're going to be here forever. For them,
you
it's
can
going
do
to
an
be all in the
attacking.
hood.
Yeah, not a bad recovery from
जैसे
Revenant Esports.
मतलब मजा आ गया.
Fight
Nice
fire
they
with fire, they
part.
fight shotguns with
Congrats.
shotguns. And the best part over here
Good
is that
job.
Revenant saw this
Let's go, Manish,
from
तुम
Two
बताओ.
Rippers
Hi
coming from a
Chetan,
mile
how are
away.
you?
In both these rounds, they knew that as soon as that lockdown is invested, they will try to take control of halls and even maybe try to extend all the way in towards Waterfall. And because
So
Two
much
Rippers
chaos,
have done that
bro.
so many
समझ
times,
नहीं
they're
आ रहा है
able to
कौन
adjust
जीत रहा है
and
कौन
win the
हार
last two
रहा है.
rounds for themselves, stabilizes them quite well.
Hi
This is
Pratik,
a
how are
very
you?
one-sided game.
Exactly. Well, Crips, I mean, the first
Hi,
time
Rosie. What's up? Thanks for the thumbnail.
It's going to be on the attacking side for Revenant Esports. They
Hi
shine
again,
bright like a
Keegan.
diamond. And you guys will be able to find out what the scoreline is
मैं
going
तो
to be in the
hot
second
हूँ.
half. But after this,
Bro, fridge meat के लिए, heat के लिए नहीं. Bro, this graphics card is making my frames drop. Come with me if you want to get.
The all-new OMEN 16 with advanced tempest cooling technology, now with 5 heat pipes and 4 thermal outlets. The OMEN 16 with 12th Gen Intel Core i7 processor to make you
बेकार है
forget
मुझे
your
की
frame
partiality.
drops.
Now that's cool.
Are you dumb?
Game on with tempest cooling.
Hi Ranjit, I'm fine. How are you? ठीक है मनीष. Bye bye. Have fun. इवन जैसे आप भी शॉर्ट डाला करो. हिम्मत होगी कि बैठ के पूरा स्क्रीन देखो फिर शॉर्ट्स वाला क्लिप निकालूं. अगर बीच में गेम प्ले बहुत सही. क्या ही चल रहा था. देखो मेरा पूरा सेटिंग करना है. I used to play claw before, but I don't think I'll be able to anymore. Hi Revenant.
of Lotus, where Revenant Esports is now going to be on the attacking side, a team that
अब
shines
देखते हैं
bright
ये
like a
round बहुत
diamond
important है
on the
Revenant के
attacking
लिए.
side.
If
Let's see
Revenant
what
gets this
Revenant
round, there's
Esports
a
they've got in stack for.
very good chance of comeback. तो पीछे होगा.
Welcome back,
Hi,
ladies and
Vasu.
gentlemen,
How
to
are
the
you?
Split 2 playoffs, and now we're currently inside the second half of the second game of Lotus, where Revenant Esports is now going to be on the attacking side of team. That
Apart
shines
Lannis
bright like a
तो
diamond
मैं दिखना मैं
on the
खेल रही हूँ
attacking side. Let's see what Revenant Esports they've got in stack for us. As it's going to be an instant B take for them, easily also able to take the site control in the hand. No
Nice.
struggle so far. It's a smooth sailing.
Oh, that was overextension. The flashes from True Rip is perfect. Even the paranoia helped them out quite a lot. But now the aggression that has failed towards the bottom side will be taken up on top as Paradox tries to go all the way
Paradox
around the defender
low है,
spawn
but-
area. Ching has to hold on. He has to buy time for his teammate who's on the flank already, but he can't. He gets overwhelmed. Paradox in position, ready to strike. The spike is also planted for him, and with that kill, he's able to farm up the paint shell
दोनों
once
ही लो
again.
है
This will even damage
10
Wimp
HP,
up quite a
22
lot.
HP.
All these players are super low on HP. That's what happens when everybody's bleeding internally. A bullet through the wall should
Yeah.
be enough.
नहीं मुझे नहीं आती मराठी
I'm not gonna lie, I like the thought process on that round. I like it. The game plan was nice from Revenant Esports, but unfortunately for them, as you said,
वो गलत
that
मर गया लिंक पे
overextension
यार
is where
एंटी
everything
एंटी
changed. And True Ripper sort of had the round in their favor.
I
But
can't even
now, as
call
we
it.
all know, it's going to be an anti-eco.
I can't even call it an overextension, right? That was aggression by design because it's not like they made a mistake by going in there. They all went in together, fully intending to fight. I think that was more along the lines of True Rippers countering them well with the flashes. Paranoia that RU had, he was going to use it towards B Link initially,
ये
but then
तो
he
TR
realized,
जीती
nah,
भाई
it's just
Hi
better off
Hyper, how
going
are
towards
you
the right hand side. So that helped.
It's more like when they try to backpedal is where they sort of screwed up.
Yeah,
Because they had their backs turned against the opponents. And that's where things sort of fell apart for them. Look at Argue. Once again, this man has the judge in the hand. Looking to put in some work against the players and also looking to put in some lead in their body.
Pump their guts full of lead. Just 8 pellets at a time. Let it rip.
पीछे
And
वाला
if
है
the
ना
shotgun
सर पीछे
fails,
वाला
there's
थी
even the nanoswarms present over there. So
Sure.
this is basically a door shot in the face for Revenant Esports towards the B side. They will be forced to go elsewhere. And where can they possibly go? I mean, there's a triple stack on the A side. C seems somewhat
What event,
susceptible
Tony?
because Wimp is the only one present
What
over
event?
there, but he's also playing in a
Let's
very
come over
aggro
coding in
position,
this
so
team yeah
you can see
let's
Revenant
go
coming from a mile away. And so
Yeah.
far, the attempts to sneak in towards the
No,
A
no,
side
come
are
here,
kind of
no.
working, but historically, Revenants haven't been
Shot.
great on this place, unless Josh keeps getting shots like that.
bro
I was literally about to say, even though True Rippers are on an
He got
anti-eco,
one
they have
more?
the guns advantage, but still Revenant Esports, they're
What a
coming inside this
vandal.
round with the intention of winning it.
bro
And so far,
Josh
it seems like they're also
he
able
took
to
2
win that
kills
too. The Marshal was able to
What?
strike 2 players down.
amazing
Josh,
I'm telling you these
doing
people are
his
better
work
on 50 than they are in
phenomenally.
gun rounds
And now True Rippers for them, the lifeline's starting to fade away inside this round. 2 more players to go.
Yeah.
Wimp is in the clotheslines, catching a bit of hurt onto himself. Argue in the close quarters will also be able to strike down
Vandal
Black
let
Hawk,
him
but
say.
it's a 4-on-2 scenario.
Sure.
Man advantage, heavily stacking with the opponents.
can Wim pull off a
Damn, dude, I
1v4
must confess, Josh
Can you
made
save
me
it, yeah.
eat my words. I was about to. I wasn't even about. I literally said that historically, Revenant Esports don't really have a
Bro,
lot of success
Josh.
on these contact play rounds, but this time they make it work so beautifully.
Josh got this
Josh with a
round, bro.
beautiful opening. The rest of True Rippers weren't even prepared for
Three
this
years
one.
ago,
I
I
mean,
have
you
no
see the
idea when
positions
it
that these guys
started.
have, and the crossfire that True Rippers have should, on paper, have worked. But what's going to happen when Paradox just
Heyyy
jumps
and Battle
across?
Whip is the
You can't
best
stop him.
combo.
And when you're
Now come
too
back as
focused on
possible,
Paradox,
yup.
your other guy playing towards the tree
So now,
side will
True
fall.
Rippers is on eco
He
and
has
these
too much
people
to
have a
he
decent
has
good,
too much on his
good
plate
buy.
now, so it's not possible
So
to
they need to
defend
get this round.
And just like that, Revenant steal the momentum away.
Oh भाई क्या मारा
For the
उसने
first time,
वो
it felt
headshot
like
first
Revenant
headshot भी
Esports,
मारा
they've
मस्त
installed
plus
some
second
breaks
भी
in their
मारा
strategy. That was quite a slow start in that previous round. But in the end, it worked out. They go from
Nice,
terror
that's
and
a
fear to
lot.
find that sweet victory. As now you've got Paradox once again in the clotheslines with the judge. If you decide to peek him out, yeah, he will eat you alive. And that's what exactly happens. Already starting off with 2 bodies on their board. As RU is the one towards the waterfall, he will be dealt with as well. A way too low for comfort.
Coming back.
चलो गाड़ी दो ना मैं चला जाऊंगा बस
Oh no, my god. Oh well, that's one way to deal with Paradox. Just shorty him away. Another satchel, hoping to get in the
versus
faces of
Shorty
their
wins.
opponents, but he will be shot down midair. So that's quite a nice thing from Revenant Esports. Unlike True Rippers who weren't able to maintain their pistol momentum, Revenant Esports survived the anti-eco.
this is just too overpowered
And just
yeah.
like that, We are at round 16 already.
वो
Finally,
satchel
True Rippers
करके
have
आता ना
some
मुंह पे
weaponry.
shotgun
But
लेके.
guess what?
So
Because
annoying.
Revenant didn't lose all that much. They also have...
Let's go, Revenant!
And they're
One
even
round
closer to
at
their
a time.
ultimates. Blackhawk
very
is 1
doable.
point away from the Shadows. Josh 1 point away from the Seekers. So yeah, all these info plays will be available to Revenant shortly.
I mean, look at the amount of credits too they have. They're chilling right now. That one single eco round changed everything, the entire course of the upcoming future. And now Revenant, they have managed to take a little bit of control so far. They were quite deep towards B.
कौन सी क्लास में वो wipe
Man.
today हैं जी?
And they're also going to decide a
Yeah,
backpedal.
dude.
Don't exactly know what Revenant's game plan is over here, but so far they've also got the Rebel control installed.
Right there.
Let's see if True Ripper is able to realize what exactly is going to be served up on their plate.
Yeah. And True Rippers are playing a very defaulty 1-2-1 setup, which is not conducive to contact plays like these, but at least the trailblazer that Techno used gives them a little bit of information.
Peek them out.
Can they for sure figure out that
Right.
this is a commitment? Jason's ready to intercept and Techno sprays them down. Everybody gets slaughtered as they try to make their way across the rotating doors. It turns into a rotation
Oh
of
my
death.
God.
Paradox tries to save them. Jinx presses from the other side, and just like that, tree control has been required. But things are already going wrong for for
Paradox,
Revenant.
alt कर दो drop
They
पे.
can't take post-plant positions
Alt
now.
कर दो Paradox.
Oh, never
पीछे.
mind. Unless they don't want to take post-plant positions, unless they want to pick up the fights head on, this will be a disaster.
The
But
timing,
Paradox
bro.
turns
The
away at
timing.
first
He
time
looked there
possible.
and then he looked away and then he peeked.
Oh, the timing doesn't work
When I
out.
was playing BGM, I wanted to start
He
playing
pulled
BGM.
out
I
the
was playing
showstopper
yesterday.
too, man. Oh, you gotta feel bad for
चला
that
तो
one. As
खेल
soon as
लेते
he
हम
looks
लोग.
away, the opponent peeks out. And
Hey,
so
hey,
far,
hey,
True
बोल दो,
Ripper
चला
still able
जाऊंगा.
to be inside that
बोल दिया.
race. Revenant Esports, as I said,
Pink
for them,
pants
the
are
money's
clean.
stacked up.
वो pink pants
They're
are.
good. They've got a lot of money.
मैं स्कूल
And
6:33
you can
तक
see the
खत्म हो
watch
जाता
party
है.
as well of
Oh.
True Rippers. Everyone's just cheering for their own teams. You love to see that. But yeah, initially it felt like for True Rippers, it's going to be a smooth
क्या
sailing
timing,
inside
bro.
this round. It's going to be an easy defense. But then you've got Paradox just striking everyone down that stands in his path.
Yeah, he's the man you have to be on the lookout for. Leading by example is this guy, super
भाई
consistent
टीमोन का
in
गेम प्ले
his
दे दिया है
fragging.
यहाँ सस्के मार.
And he's already on the up and up when it comes to the top 5 players of this
God,
tournament.
भाई.
He might just steal Aziz's spot over the course of this game. Oh, and look at the
Raise
aggression, just
it.
diving straight inside. No fear, no remorse, and absolutely no opponents to stop him.
Spike planted.
So far, we're seeing some incredible game of Valorant as now True
Talk
Rippers.
versus talk.
At least they've got the 4 players up. This retake is definitely possible if they're going to try to come up with a middle ground here. Wimp and ARGB right next to each other. Pulling something off. Wimp gets shot down. Way too low. 40 HP left over. Aryu is there to back him up and look at Revenant.
Wait
They're
करो आ रहा
also
है.
trying to push against the opponents
There
together.
are 3 people
Too
here.
many players on the aggressive angle. As soon as Right to Ace takes the first contact,
Easy.
the other player will try to swing out, but it's not
Easy
gonna
for
matter.
Right
to
to
Ace
Ace.
himself gets both of them down. And
Wait,
Aryu
side में उठा.
and the last player,
हाँ,
which
मेरे
is
को याद है.
Wimp. These guys are on the
हमने इनको
investigation,
शूट
which
कर रहा
won't
है.
be
वाइट
caught
में
soon
उठा
enough.
रहे क्रेट से.
It's so
Oh my
funny
God,
to see
dude.
that Right to Ace is peeking by himself. I mean, Paradox was right next to him. But Paradox never peeked out. He was baiting Ace out. He was
Ano
hoping
ba
that
feel agad?
since they killed Ace, they wouldn't check that same angle, wouldn't expect a second player to be over there. But guess what? Paradox was never needed. Ace holds the ground by himself, and Revenant Esports, every time in these post-spawn positions, they just hold on to the site. This time they push deeper in towards B upper. They have a 3-stack over there. And yeah, the Seekers kind of give away what the post-spawn looks like, but do Revenant care? Absolutely not.
I mean, at this point, True Rippers, for them, the main goal is going to be just scoop the round you can get. Just try to scoop
Hopefully
it.
diamond now.
Don't try to overthink anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play short.
And when you can't think too much, you might as well just pick up the puckies and the
Color change the
shorties,
emerald color to pink.
hoping they will do the tricks.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
Why? The red
that
was so
also
nice.
is another factor, right? At this point, in eco rounds like these, True Rippers can only rely on trickery and deceit. They can't hope to face Revenant head-on. I mean, even with weapons, they hesitate to face Revenant head-on, so forget about this one. But the AA hold has worked for True Rippers in the past, so they will try to stack it up once again.
Are you 6 HP?
Revenant, on the other hand,
Techno
fully
heal क्यों नहीं
aware
कर रहा
of
उसको?
the
Heal
current
करो, Techno
situation
heal
the True
करो.
Rippers are in, are also taking their sweet time.
Oh,
It's weird
everyone's
because
A
in
and
eco rounds, it's expected. Most of these attacking teams
go,
who have the
Kobe,
buys will
Kobe.
play a little slowly, hoping to avoid
Actually,
stacks
go
and
C,
to gather
but yeah.
information first. But
He's also
it's not just
good.
on these ecos, right? Every now and then
Yeah.
we see Revenant slowing down, going for these contact plays, which we aren't used to seeing them do.
12 hours. I
I
gonna.
guess that's an easy one.
You look beautiful today.
One way to
Thank you
take
so
the
much.
side control. B side easily taken
हम लोग
away.
साथ
And
में पीक
now,
लेंगे.
True Rippers, let's see if they're going to be able to scoop the round off the dirt.
इधर ये
Esports,
बोरिंग
they're all
लग
the
रहा
way
है.
deep
बोरिंग
in
तो
the
बिल्कुल
site.
नहीं.
It's going to be a tough one to make him pull out of this one. As RU
Nice.
doesn't even have a lot of HP. He does have to judge though, but someone needs to take a close range corner engagement with that man. And as soon as he tries to push out,
Oh, nice
he will
shot,
be
nice
dealt
shot.
with by
Good
Chin.
round.
Disrupt was there to get
One
only
round at
one,
a time. Let's
but
go, boys.
instantly, this man will be dealt with as well. Things are looking so good so far for Revenant on the attacking side. As expected,
compared to
this
last-
team is shining bright like a
Last
diamond.
match in Bind, Revenant is playing like
Probably
really
as bright
slow and
as the
steady
sun,
this
given the
game.
amount of heat they bring to the table.
मैं को target कर रहे हैं.
Once
करने दे
again,
यार.
Revenant Esports are just a
कुछ नहीं
couple
होता.
points away from two massive ultimates. Meanwhile, Disrupt has had that rolling thunder in the pocket for quite some time, so
कल आना.
maybe it's about time he uses
कल आना
it.
कल.
Even Kazin, he's not made any of those hero dives yet, so maybe this is the round. And the moment I say it, he tries to play aggro towards C Mound. Now, this could be a problem, you know? If True Rippers crunch Revenant from the back very quickly, this whole lockdown is probably not going to have any value.
Ooh.
Disrupt lets it go already. That's Kazin's cue to start getting inside.
Wow.
He not only
That
gets the kill
was
onto
so
Just, but
good.
also
That was
destroys the
such a good strat.
lockdown, and all of a sudden Revenant see the round crumbling in front of their eyes. But you know what? This is actually a good thing. They bait out two ultimates from True Rippers at the
Thank
cost
you
of
so
just
much,
one
Pooja.
life.
Thank
I think that's still
you.
fair.
And
I
thank
think
you
they can
to
still
50
bounce
on
back.
also. And if you look at
Massive,
your running,
but we
because I'm
always
not
talked
well.
about the initial
So
hit of
the
Revenant
medicine
Esports.
makes
And if
makes
it
you
doesn't
drowsy,
work
you know,
out,
that's
that's
why.
where Revenant Esports sort of just starts to crumble down.
Yeah.
Hi,
that's
Shan,
it.
how are
They
you?
have managed to counter. So far, they've managed to counter the initial hit. Let's see how the upcoming game plan is going to work out. Now, Revenant Esports have been forced to think this one out.
Let's go!
To the door, and I think so. This might just be a little bit of fake setup on the A
Da,
side.
da,
As soon as
da,
they're
da,
gonna
da.
use the rolling
Oh,
thunder,
but they
yeah,
use
they're
it as
gonna
a
decide to
distraction.
just stroll on the B site, and that's what exactly happens. Nicely done. B side control might just be taken away, and look at Paradox once again.
मत
This man
बैठ
is
यार,
looking
आप
to
मत
take
जाना,
the
Paradox अंदर मत जाना.
He was on the other side of the smoke with the judge, and he will take
He's
care of
supporting
Paradox.
Revenant.
He takes care of business.
Thank you so much, Ishan. Thank you.
No!
No!
Now as Wimp also takes off Blackhawk's head. And Revenant Esports, they find themselves in
No,
spots
no,
they're
no,
not
no,
used to
no,
defending
no.
the B side from. Oh, nice spray by Ace, but he still has a lot more to do. And
Oh
he's
my
making it
God.
competitive. Wimp is already
Hey,
sticking
diffuse
this
race,
one, so he has
diffuse
to
race.
now.
Oh, yeah,
And they
anti-race,
don't let go of the
anti,
spike,
anti,
and they
anti.
deal with him quickly. That's what happens when you make Revenant Esports uncomfortable.
What?
You see, every single round that Revenant have hit B in the past, they usually defend
Levant this.
from either
Anti,
the
anti.
C-Link area or the B upper side.
Thank
They're
you so
not
much,
used
Pooja.
to falling back towards the spawn side. They're not used to falling back towards the rotating door area. That's not
Time
the kind
out,
of team
good
that
time
Revenant
out.
are. They don't like playing out of the site in these post spots.
Bro, this is very good.
And when you push them into these uncomfortable spots, you make things a lot more
Yeah.
easier for yourself.
I mean, I like the adjustment from Revenant Esports.
I also want
but
Riot
later on,
Buddy.
as they got the site control, they were just not able to
All
fill
the
in
best
with
for
the
today.
kills. That's the main issue
I hope
right
you
there.
win.
The kills were not there. The fragging department in that previous round didn't really work out in their favor. Right, 2 Ace in the end, though, he tried to pull things together. But the problem is that he didn't really have a lot of firepower backing him up. He was the only man left over. So far, True Rippers, they're really close to victory. They can smell it. They can sense it. But Revenant Esports, too, they're looking to pull them back.
Thanks, Varad. ब्लॉग
I
कब
wonder
आ
what
रहा
would
है?
have happened if,
Hello,
they
Zodi, are
could
you there
go
in
for the
chat?
fake rolling
Answer
thunder
करो इन
and
लोगों का
instead
भाई.
decided
मैंने
to
उसको
send it
clips
all
दे
the
रखा
way
है कब
towards
से.
the B side instead.
मैं 100K का वेट कर रहा.
Revenant aren't the kind of team that
One
goes for a lot of these
sub
fakes
at
and
a
contact
time.
plays, you know, so they
Hi,
are
PC,
playing in
how
a
are
slightly
you?
uncharacteristic way today.
Will you play Valor with me? Bye.
But can you chalk up the defeat to that
Single
factor?
words को mingle कर.
I don't think that's enough. I don't think that's enough of a justification. Revenant now
हैं.
still have a little
रोजी,
bit of
तुम
money, so
इधर
it's
से
not like
बाजू
they're
में हो,
out of the
तुम
game
घर क्यों
yet,
नहीं आ
but
रहे हो?
True Rippers, this judge has been a massive thorn in their side. And Ayu has been playing in very cheeky spots on the other side of these smokes. Once again, Revenant
This is
starts the
always
round
annoying.
in a very similar
Wiswan
fashion.
fan,
They
how are
almost
you?
always take control of this B orb first, farm it, and then they spread out elsewhere. but this time they go for the heavy commitment. Paradox diving straight inside, running into Techno, running right
So I
past
think
the
the
judge
RS
as well, and now
got
Aryu
this.
has an upgraded weapon.
Good news for that man.
Don't think Revenant's gonna make a
Instantly
comeback
you
from
see
here.
that initial hit not working out, and now you can see Revenant, they're going to start it. They're going to be forced to think this one out. As lockdown's going to be initiated too, that means Revenant Esports, they're in a huge panic situation. We'll need to get rid of this entire lockdown that is being placed by the opponents, and Revenant know it's pretty much donezo for them so far.
Revenant
It's
tried to
all
push
about
it
the
in.
And
initial
guys-
hit, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about the initial hit. If we're able to counter that initial hit, Revenant Esports, the secondary hit is a little
मैं
bit
रो
too
देगा
shaky
क्यों
for
रे?
them.
Yeah,
Then if it's
you can kind of deal with it, and True
no,
Rippers have
check
dealt with
cameras
it really
on
well.
resonator, sit in the hall, and then if it detects
Revenant
someone,
also deciding to push the envelope a little too much. They tried to
Come
break the
after
lockdown.
office,
They tried to send it in even
person.
harder rather than falling back,
Do a backflip
hoping to
between-
not give up on the momentum
Sorry,
that they
yeah,
had acquired, which
I'll do it,
wasn't
okay?
much to begin with.
I'll do the
And that's
double
their undoing.
backflip.
True Rippers on map point already. Split seems inevitable unless Revenant Esports can mount a massive 4-round win streak and somehow push this game into overtime.
Let's see inside this round who's going to be able to reign supreme on the chopping block. 12 to 8 being the scoreline. Comeback. The margin for error is quite thin, and Disrupt this time is able to start things off on a great note. Blackhawk able to return back the favor to his opponents.
Oh
But then
my
you've got
God.
Josh's
The
as well,
trade,
just striking
bro.
back. Kills happening back and forth on the board as it's a one-on-one scenario in
Nah,
the end.
it's
Josh
come.
going for the plant. This plan might just come through, and it does as Whip seals the deal.
GG.
Lotus is won by
Anti,
True
anti. Well
Rippers.
played, True
We're gonna go
Rippers.
to the decider split.
You're not planted there.
It is
Sam
indeed coming
पर नहीं
through,
था.
and this time True Rippers did really well in the last round. Every now and then Revenant Esports were hitting them with the contact plays, they were hitting them with the slow approaches, but the moment Revenant decide to go in for a full commitment in the last round, True Rippers dive deep inside. They make sure that they don't even let Revenant get the plant down.
What's the
Begin
water
the
class?
sequence
How's
before
it
the
been?
spikes even on the ground.
What?
Just like
What,
that,
what,
they're
DC,
able
what?
to win
How's
the
what
map.
been?
Bouncing back from a
Yeah.
devastating loss
What's
on
what,
Blind,
what?
True Rippers have woken up again.
आज मीटिंग था बट मैंने
It was
थोड़ा
expected, but
मस्त
considering the
लगा।
way they lost the map, Bayern V thought it should be a
My
smooth
God.
sailing. It should be a 2-0 in
इतना
favor of
strict
Revenant,
तो
but
कॉल
then
हमारा
you've got
भाई
True Rippers
लग
striking
रहा है
back
स्कूल
harder
कॉलेज
than
का
ever
सीन
before on the map of Lotus. But
हमारा
ladies and
तो ऐसा
gentlemen,
नहीं
now
था
it's
लेकिन
time for us to push to a
But
short break. Don't worry,
twist.
we'll be right back.
map 3 it is. Just generally how's it going? Just 28 is hitting. Life. How's it going for you, DC? You have a couple of years before you hit 28. So you are still very young. I'm not. Oh my God, body is bad. Hi Piyush, how are you? Sounding my mic. Sounding your mic. You're sounding your mic. How's your day? It was fine. Very normal. Nothing extraordinary. How was your day? कौन सा मैप है क्लास कौन split? Oh भाई, I don't like split. That map, anything can happen, and it's so annoying because the shotguns on that map. Unbelievable. Okay, DC. also come back. Wait. BGM. Hello, hi Nigura, how are you? Hi Ripple, how are you? आ गया मैंने. Me good, how about you? I'm also fine, thank you. Hi Harmish, how are you doing? सेकंड ब्लॉग कब आएगा? यार मैंने दे रखा है क्लिप्स ऑलरेडी, मैंने दे दिया कब का एडिट होने के लिए. जैसे एडिट होता मैं डालती हूँ. Let's go. How's your exam, Harmish? Hi, Kitty Chat. How are you? मैं जा रहे हो जाओ. Hi again, Kedar, for the third time. I'm playing today class. I just stream the match. Uh, I might play after the match, but I don't think I'll stream. Probably play off stream. Hi dear, how are you? You're literally so cute. Thank you so much, Neil. I'm fine. How are you? What guys, you're looking so cute. It is really a lot of people are saying that, and I really wasn't feeling cute. I was feeling like a potato. ये केदार वैसे इतनी प्रॉब्लम्स क्यों आ रही है ऑनलाइन क्या प्रॉब्लम है पृथ्वी बाय हाइफर चल रहा है कुछ तो पहले से बूढ़ी पतली हो गई हूँ डूड्स थैंक्स यार उसी थैंक यू because I went to Dubai and I was walking around a lot but now again that I'm sitting all the time I'll probably gain weight watch party khatam no first map Revenant one second map True Rippers one the third now so we're waiting for the third map yeah moments आगे क्यों करेंगा Hi Rupa, how are you? Guys, if you have not liked the stream, like crow. आप किसे सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं Revenant dudes? That twist. ठीक है with me. What are you rooting for? You get lost. Don't join me on my watch party days. Just don't. Don't. You are Panauti Harmish. That we decided last time. They are also very good. Yeah, both the teams are really good. That's why they're playing there, no? Let's go. Harmish. You understand that I'm not giving you the playlist yet, right? I can take it back anytime. Good evening, looking sweeter today. Thank you so much, Sutru. How are you? थोड़ा प्लेलिस्ट अपडेट मिल जाता तो थोड़ा सेम टीम सपोर्ट हो जाता तो सब वो सब की I feel like I've added so many songs but I also feel like there are so many that I've not added and I just don't know where to start. Like जब randomly मेरे को याद आता रहता है I keep adding it to the playlist. Which color looks better? This like this emerald green now. It's proper blue. I really like this was the original color that I got on both hands. But ये हल्दी वल्दी की वजह से ऐसा हो गया. So weird. You also dream to play esports? Nah. मतलब प्लेलिस्ट नहीं मिलने वाली, मिलेगी, बट व्हाई डू ऑलवेज हैव टू गो अगेंस्ट? स्प्रिंग वाटर क्यूटी ग्रीन इज लव, उसके बाद ब्लू। थैंक्स कर, बहुत क्यूट अवार्ड देते हो मुझे। प्लेलिस्ट भले पलाश को मिले, मेक श्योर हरमीश को ना मिले। क्यों रे, तुम्हें क्या दुश्मनी है रोजी? मतलब एक मासूम लड़के का एक भी तो यू टारगेट मी ना फर्स्ट हरमीश, मैं तुमसे पंगे नहीं लेती हूँ ना, तुम ही चालू करते हो। अभी मैंने बोला रेवनेंट, तो बोले टीआर इट इज, देन you started, like you poke me. Is it my fault? No. Is it yours? Yes. Achoo! Achoo, come say hi. Hi. Achoo. Pujian. Remember, do you know Simba? Simba का एंट्री कैसे हुआ था? I will move it. I will move it. I will move it. Good morning, Palas. I believe in equality. सबको सपोर्ट करो। क्या also believe in equality. So एक को प्लेलिस्ट मिलेगा, एक को नहीं। Hi Popo, how are you? Well, you go outside. What is outside chances? From how many years you had started PC gaming and how to improve game? I started almost 2 years. It will be like 2 years in July or June end, something like that. And you just practice, dude. You keep playing and you practice and improve. I was iron when I started, so. Coco cutie. Who Coco? Not Coco. It's Harshu. मेरे को मिलेगी क्या? तुम्हें हर्षी चाहिए? हर्षी तो नहीं मिलेगा। डॉग, यस। प्लेलिस्ट बन रहा है, बंदा मान ही नहीं रहा। उसने हाँ, बात तो सही है रोजी, बात तो सही है। अरे फाटू भाई। हेलो, हर्षी की इंसल्ट मत करो, ठीक है? ए वो हर्ष खेल रहे, नो हर्षी। दैट फॉर थंबनेल एडिटर, थैंक्स टू। उसका नाम क्या है? हर्षी, हर्षी, हर्षी। हाय अमन, हाउ आर यू? अजय, नमस्ते करोगे? नमस्ते एक बार नमस्ते कर दो प्लीज। अच्छा नमस्ते, ढंग से कर दो नमस्ते, ढंग से कर दो। अच्छू, अच्छू ढंग से कर दो। नमस्ते, नमस्ते। गुड बॉय, गुड बॉय। आप आई एम यूज करते हो ना? आई एम क्या है? तो इसमें एक क्लास हर्षी क्यों बोलूंगा? जिंदगी मार डालोगी तो उसको मांगा कर। शोभित भाई कहाँ से आगे स्ट्रीम पे? भाई क्यों इंसल्ट कर रहे हो तुम हर्षी की? हर्षी की क्यों बेइज्जती कर रहे हो तुम? आपकी हेल्थ कैसी अभी वैसी है। मौसम ही खराब है यहाँ पे, ठीक ही नहीं हो पा रही तबीयत। और ले ले टू क्यूरीज, टू क्यूरीज, टू। हेलो अखिलेश सक्रीत कार्ड, हाउ यू डूइंग अनीश? तो क्यों, तो आप ही लगे। नो वे, नॉट हैपनिंग, आई डिसएग्री एब्सोल्युटली। व्हाट्स हिज नेम? हर्षी, HERSHEY, like Hershey's chocolate। पर भाई chocolate भाई क्या है? Hi to the dumbest one in my stream, Palash। Hi Danger DJ, how are you? Baby shark toot toot, baby shark toot, baby shark toot, baby shark, mama shark toot, mama shark toot toot toot, mama shark toot, mama shark. Are you getting annoyed? Hi Plash, how are you? You are the sasta Palash। तब मैं तो ऑस्कर को उठा भाई, मैं मर जाऊंगी भाई। हर्ष विलय में तो उठा तो मैंने कुछ गद्दारी कॉल। हर्ष विलय में तो मैं डांस ही कर दिया, अब तो 50 की कर दो। ओके पलाश, मुझे ड्रॉप कर लो, मैं समझते करूँगा। अच्छी भाई, मेरे को गोदी में ले लो। some clothes needed for Hershey। You need clothes? बोलो स्ट्रीम, बोलो चैट पे, क्लोथ्स डोनेशन कर दो मेरे को। बोलो, बोलो। तुम्हें कपड़े चाहिए तो तुम्हें मांगना पड़ेगा ना? तुम्हें चाहिए तो तुम्हें मांगना पड़ेगा। इसका नाम क्या है? हर्षी। Now she's just chilling. You're going to break my mouse if you keep pushing it ऐसे Harshit. Oh, चालू हो गया, गेम चालू हो गया. Wait, chat. Ashu, let's go, Revenant.
Quite
Right
a
to it.
lot of visual denial
Right
as
to
well.
it.
This will let not just the entire team, but even the wingman sneak up.
मैं बिना कपड़ों के सही
Now,
उतर
Clemson has to really step it up in terms of
Ashu
firepower
बहुत cute
because
लगता है
he's
ऐसे
kind of the
कपड़ों
only guy over
अब लेके
here
आया
who
इसको
can clear the path for the
7
team.
years, he's 7 years old.
Unless they expect Revenant to
Would you
actually
set my
not
soul on
peek
fire
anyone
अपना
and respect the
अपने
smokes that True
laptop
Rippers have put up,
चारे
which I don't think
बनाना है
Revenant will ever do, it will be quite difficult for True Rippers to
तुम्हें
just
एकदम
chart a
सबसे
path
पिटूंगी
inside.
पता है ये शिटी मुझे
They
ऐसे
ignore the
कैसा
one way, rush right inside. The Paranoia hits them square in the face.
Wingman taken care of. You have the spike Karen on the back, and then you've got Kazin, like a bird in the sky, is able to shut down anyone that stands in his path of glory. Now it's a 2-on-4 scenario. Revenant Esports still trying to bounce back and make sure that they're spinning, or at least bringing back to action, but that swing's going to be stopped by True Rippers.
I like how they didn't send in the spike with the wingman. That would have made things a little awkward for True Rippers, but they just sent the wingman to clear out the first common angle and bring out the peak from Revenant.
जब उसको बोलो टॉय तो लेके आता है उसको बोलो खाना तो दूर भागता है और सुसु करने के लिए आता है
really quickly, like almost everybody was present
पता
on
नहीं
the
यार
B side
नहीं
as soon as True Rippers started to hit. Now,
With
of course,
Hershey,
the trades
same
will
vibes.
swing in their favor, but that's a different story. If Revenant can keep rotating this quickly, I think
गाना
they
ही
will have a
बजता है
solid chance against True Rippers, and they might be able to pull off a couple of thrifts.
What Hershey do when you stream? He plays, he sleeps. How the rains in Meghalaya like, oh my god, dude, and he's don't even ask. Luckily it's not raining, otherwise it's been raining so much. That's the reason मेरा health इतना खराब है ना, मेरे को इतना गंदा fever हो रखा
As
है.
we saw on the previous map. So True
Hi
Rippers
Tanshu,
will
I
need to
played
stay as
yesterday.
cautious as possible. All it takes for Revenant to spring back in action is those two heads with the sheriffs. And once they're found,
My mom got
Revenant
reverse. ऐसा
will be
बोलो
back
तो.
on the aggressive page once again, just
Where was Hershey? He
feeling
was here only,
and trying
Bangalore.
to assert
My
dominance.
friends were at home. Oscar.
Oh, I'm
You're
starting to
welcome.
get nervous. This contact peak's boiling, and now it gets sent. Fault line also at the perfect time to get the kill
Oh,
onto
nice.
Whip. Hazen trapped but not cornered. Keeps himself
Oh,
alive
4
with the cloudburst.
HP.
Isolates
Oh
the
my
fight
god.
and gets the kill onto Paradox, but that's all she wrote for him. Black Hawk
भाई ये
won't
लोग
let him
इको पे
escape.
सच्चे में बहुत अच्छा खेलते
And
हैं.
now that Revenant Esports have the man advantage, they let go
Does
of the
Anish.
B side,
Ask
but that
कभी.
is completely fine. They've recovered
फिर ठीक
weapons.
है. देखो
They have
कैसे
utility
कर
as
रहे
well.
हो.
Plenty of flashes to help them set inside. The only person who could save them is Techno, and he's coming in late. His luck can be a big game changer, and he's already made a difference. The rest of True Rippers also swing alongside him, and it's down to a 1v1. But will they expect Blackhawk to come in all the way from B main?
Good question.
He's got plenty of time.
He does. And also a Spectre in the hand. A good weaponry to rely on.
Almost.
Shots connected, but Disrupt this time will be the one to strike
Good
him down.
eco,
Blackhawk didn't
bro.
really have a lot of HP that he could rely on. But yeah, you can clearly see the amount of overthinking that True Rippers did in
Favorite
that
YouTuber in
previous
the
round.
history of
They didn't really
YouTube.
need to think that much. If they would have just straight up hit the site, maybe it could have worked out. And I personally think, especially when you're on an anti-eco, you don't really need to think a lot. Just,
There are a couple of
just go
them,
ahead
but
and
I
push
think
aside.
I've been
The
watching
chances of
Slice and
working
Rise
out are
for a
quite
long,
massive.
long time. Long time.
Now we will see quite a lot of resistance.
There's Genie,
Weapons
Winnie
upgraded for
also.
Revenant Esports, and
He's
True
so
Rippers
funny.
continuing their bonus.
How are you doing, Scorpius?
They do have one Vandal onto Imp.
I think you know about them.
Well, this is a very fast approach. Okay, then. Good hit from True Rippers. They somehow managed to overwhelm everybody. And
Gekko
get the
खेल
win
रहे
on the front, which is
bro.
honestly all that they wanted from this round. They do
Gekko.
lose most of their players to Ching. His setup is amazing, and the
Hey,
knife from
दोनों
Valorant
great
is
हमारे.
even more beautiful.
एक इसे कैसे क्यूडी पैस कर लिया हाँ ले लियो
Signature
मेडिसिन तो ले
Vandals and
लियो
Phantoms on the board definitely are really working out nicely for
सारा आ
them.
रहा है
And so
fever ऐसे
far,
हो रहा
at
है
least inside this round,
क्या
Revenant
तुमने
seemed like a well-oiled team.
देखा है सीजन 1 नहीं थे
Perfectly done, and
क्या है
probably now
पता
this pressure as well is going to start a subside for them.
Does he have
This is
a
gonna be an
mouse? I
intense
saw
match
him
दोनों टीम का ही ऐसा
looking down
do
at
or
it.
die situation है ना
I mean,
Means
regardless
PewDiePie
of
I
whether his
assumed
mouse works or not,
I mean I
his aim
guess not I
definitely
think I
does.
guessed Keep talking about him.
I like the approach from True Rippers this time. They've been somewhat hesitant to send the
Reaper
wingman.
is
with
nice,
the
but I
spike,
feel like
at
sometimes
least
he
towards
just
the B
says things
side.
that are
But now they
that
make
are
it happen
very
really
out
well,
of
and this is partially
out
because
of
they
line.
knew that Revenant Esports will have absolutely nobody playing from the site itself. Because there's a Cypher on the team, they know that Ching loves to play from screens and from a heaven. So they can send in the spike on the back of the wingman without worrying about too much.
Oh, bhai.
Nice stuff by Disrupt.
Threat being neutralized. And that was a massive one too. It
That's
needed
so
to be
good, everyone.
neutralized there.
What's it about?
The amount of map control that man had in his hands was incredible. Wimp as well, trying to push out towards heaven, gets dealt with. Revenant Esports. That was a good shutdown.
Paradox is smart.
Denying the entire heaven's control. Blackhawk in an off angle, able to find out Kazan. But that's all he's going to get.
Don't know
The
what
instant
Josh.
trades on the board. True Rippers. 3-on-3 scenario. They still haven't
Nice.
really got any sort of advantage in the hands. But then you've got Ching striking down the
3v2,
opponents one
3v2
after the
doable.
other. All you dealt with.
Bro,
A
mara ye.
2-on-3
Nice.
scenario, man advantage in the favor of Revenant Esports as they manage to strike
Kinda.
one more down.
Nice.
For
Evolved.
True
He
Rippers.
has.
It seems like this round is falling apart for
Family
them.
man.
1-on-3 seems
Yeah, I
next
know, I
to
know.
impossible.
Nice round. Good round.
Disjointed, discombobulated. True Rippers kind of falter.
Let's
and
go.
Revenant
Let's go
pick up
right
the slack.
to it.
This wasn't a very powerful round
Yeah,
by
but
True
then
Rippers, but
एक वो
I
ऐसा
guess
रह
that's
जाता
partially
ना
because they
हरमीत
wanted to
दिमाग
go
में
for
उसके
the
बाद I've
defaults
not really watched
more
PewDiePie
and
though.
not really commit early on.
What is
Little did
water
they know
ball
that
with
Revenant
water
would
builds up? Yeah.
seriously commit to these fights, and
अभी
even after Paradox was
mosquitoes
taken down
बहुत
quite
बढ़
early, they
जाएंगे
didn't
I'm
expect
guessing
the
तो
rest of the
malaria
piece from
वलेरिया वो
Revenant.
सब होगा.
Oh, well, I mean, why would they?
Right there.
They're already a man down,
And
so
Unity is really
doesn't
bad,
make sense
that's the
for
thing.
Revenant to continue pushing onwards and picking up these
I don't want to
fights
watch it then. I
with
don't want to
their
watch
own free
anything
will.
disturbing. I'm already very sad in
The
life.
aggression from Revenant really working out. Now the True
Yeah.
Rippers are on an eco. Let's see if they can convert this. I mean, Revenant find quite a lot of success on ecos every now and then. I wonder if True Rippers can pull off that thing as
Noel,
well.
क्या हाल है? That was
Blade
let's
Storms,
go.
Cosmic Divide,
Hi Niket, how are
and
you?
even Seekers available. True Rippers. They've got quite a lot of abilities that can help them get a site control established.
1 mid 2
But then
right.
you've got a team like Revenant who's not scared of anything. They're looking to take the fight against you, looking to get up close and personal. Dizzy sent in, nothing found. The detection was there, but the blind
Shot.
wasn't, and that's the massive
And
issue.
good cover.
Good satchel to just back off. Paradox able to steal
Nice.
one, just like a thief in the night, and then Blackhawk as well strikes into action.
Amazing recovery from Paradox. I thought he was a dead man over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Railblazer hitting him.
Good cover.
Plus, there's all the other util that Gecko is throwing in. I thought
Voted
that
as
was
on
it.
comment you watch. Okay.
But Revenant maintain their calm. They maintain their composure.
Stinger bro,
Oh,
Stinger buff.
Catches Paradox onto investigation,
Blinded.
and also able to put him in his grave.
30
He
seconds
doesn't
left.
have a lot to do. Not even a lot of HP, not a lot of time as well. Techno is also trying to fight demons in his heads.
And the monsters around him on every step of
Oh
the
my
way.
god. So dark.
Quite scary, especially when they know exactly where he is. I mean, him getting hit in the face with the fault line just kind of discourages you, right?
Nice round, nice round.
And it is such a weird round, especially when you think of it from True Ripper's perspective.
I think
They
the
get
Stinger
into
is
the vents,
BT comment.
Revenant don't care.
So
They
annoying
don't give a damn.
Stinger.
True Rippers space that
Shorty,
smoke towards
Stinger.
the male area and they walk past. But as soon as
Abhi
the
nerf
Gecko
hogi,
recovers
dono
his
hi nerf
utility,
hogi.
it's kind of obvious
Thank
that
you
their
so much,
position
Prithvi, for the
is
5
present
gifted,
over
dude.
there.
Thank
Do
you
Revenant
so
care
much,
about
bro.
that? No, they don't. They
Thank
let Paradox
you.
speak by himself. Ace was there to cover him, and he somehow gets back. And True Rippers would have expected the fight, but not at that timing. So that's the first thing that really just caught them off guard. Plus, there isn't any Cypher util placed towards the mid-vent region, so that's another weird thing, right? Because that's partially the reason why Techno couldn't go over there. He was expecting a lot of resistance towards A Heaven, and he thought, yeah, maybe I'll just backtrack. Maybe I'll head back towards Male. Surprise, surprise, they have been following him every step of the way. So it really does discourage you when you can't figure out what exactly does Revenant intend on doing. I mean, you know that they want to fight, but the timings at which they try to peek you, it's not something that True Rippers are
Echo and
fully comfortable
Castle.
with. And willingly giving up control of Vent, that's just absurd for any team. You could see the hesitation in True Rippers' faces, right? They expected a lot more to be over there. And they were pleasantly surprised when they got hit by Mail. So, yeah, that's
Let's
something
go,
True Rippers will have
Revenant,
to
let's
deal
go.
with.
Yeah.
Unless they completely
I'll
figured
come
out that
back.
Revenant
That's
aren't really
okay.
keen on taking vent control, and they then start abusing that area. Until then, True Rippers are gonna have to find their way around this entire match. It's
At
kind of
least
like
we have
trying
to
to
make
take a
our
shot
boy
in the
win.
dark.
What are you talking about?
Still,
That
though,
way,
the
dude,
scoreline's quite
an
close, right? So
emotion.
I don't think so any of these teams are going to be trying to think that hard. But
Good
then
Yeah,
you
not
got
yet.
Blackhawk able to squeeze away frags like that, and you just wonder, True Rippers. It just seems
Up
like
on the
the
way, huh?
fate isn't
But I
ruling
stay in
on
Bangalore.
their side this time, inside this round. Kazan being dealt with.
इसको jinx करूँ.
Big man, the big dog
I just want
already
Revenant
out
to
of
win.
the
That's all.
fragging department inside this round. Let's see if the rest of the team's able to establish something. Trailblazer, he was thinking to utilize it, and now he's trapped on that side. Mosh pit used as well to get rid of Josh, and he will be
That was a
dealt
good
with.
strat.
Cruel move from RU. Just punishing his opponent for making that mistake. But then you've got a showstopper as well, and Paradox is like, you don't kill me, I kill me.
You don't kill me, I
Just
kill me.
don't want to
kill
give
me.
you that frag. Don't want to give you that satisfaction. That's a nice cosmic divide. It
Arey,
allows
अब
True
तो
Rippers
lag
to
मारा
come
वरना.
inside, but unfortunately
Let's go,
Blackhawk's
let's go,
already
ND.
present over here. Now they've been forced to go towards vents, and Revenant Esports can hear this. It's not like the cosmic divide will cut audio by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, and they still get trapped with the wires, the cameras as well. Ching is already in position to stop the plant. And the wingman isn't even available, so they can't even let this guy plant. Aryu somehow survives that, dodges the fault line as well, which is all very impressive until you take a look at the timer.
HP.
And that's when you realize the amount of pressure that's building up on
Ten
True Rippers.
HP.
Especially with Blackhawk coming
Nice.
inside, there is just no
Good
way
round.
they're able to get over every single hurdle.
Blackhawk
Good
staying
round, good round.
massively inside split. So far able to put up the numbers on the fragging department. But as I said, Kazan being dealt with through the smoke in mid. That in itself, right then and there, True Ripper sort of fumbled across. Things didn't work out for them in this hit. But still, valiant effort though from True Rippers, considering even though the initial hit didn't work out, they try to readjust and try to do something.
Again, this
Exactly right, but also Revenant maintaining composure. They lose Josh to that utility dump.
Thank
Gravity
you, but
got
I
across
don't
the
know मेरे को
mosh
कैसे
pit.
मिल जाता है.
Even Paradox wasn't able to fully recover the whole round with the
Yeah,
showstopper, but
Mikey,
still,
Kyle,
Revenant are
Kyle,
unfazed,
Nice.
unbothered.
Hi, Aryan, how are you?
And they're very comfortable letting True Rippers take control of A Heaven. They've guarded from the back, but right away gets with the dog, and that is undoing.
Oh, no.
Ching still alive on the
Nice.
other side of the smoke,
What?
making things very difficult. How is
Oh
he
my
able to
God.
keep so much impact present in this location? Even the flank comes in, and now they get crunched. True Rippers falling like flies. Somehow RU has been spotted
पता
by
ही है,
Blackhawk. And now
भाई, but
the
Eco
trap
उन्होंने
is
मार
set.
दी already,
The bait is
2v2.
fully in play. And Josh is just making so much noise on the zip lines. He wants Disrupt to peek him. He's like, peek me, bro. I dare you. I
Yeah.
double dare you.
Oh, Trailblazer, that was a fake
वो बेचारा
side.
30
And
HP है.
then Josh deals with his opponent. Nicely done. The mind games
Well
played
played,
perfectly, and
Josh.
Josh with a 4K. This man makes it out alive from that chaos.
Yeah,
Game खेलते
chaos
थे
is
पूरा
the only
दिन.
way I can describe
पूरा
this
दिन
round.
time.
Where else
Actually,
have you
no,
seen a player
Look at
hide inside that A Heaven smoke?
My God.
And survive for this long, by the way. I mean,
Ayy,
to
survived.
some extent, I felt like True Rippers were also indecisive in this region, right? Since they had no presence on mid and they knew that there's a player in vents, they kind of wanted to turn around and deal with the vents guy first.
I don't think
not
I'll use
realizing that
Sanaketa,
there's going
but
to be someone inside the
round
smoke.
is
So
more
that's their
important.
first hurdle. They can't get over it.
Namaste, Mani.
And Revenant
Fake
just doubled
Trailblazer.
down on vents. Now, the fake Trailblazer also, that is just not only 200 IQ, it's straight up ballsy.
Fake Trailblazer to pull out the peak from the opponent. Josh is so confident in his firepower. You really need to be, especially when you know what's at stake. Right to Ace is soften up a little bit. Wimp as well, just falling back from his position.
मैच देखो
Hawk
पिकाचू
sense
देखो so much मैच
was
देखो
not
मैच
pop, so no
Picachu
information
रोज रहता है.
conveyed just yet, and now he knows
इधर
that
से
there
बताएगा.
is someone present there. It is Wimp. Ultimate used as well. Thrash, let's see if he's able to find someone. He was, but Kazan deals with that person before Thrash
But
even
they don't
hits
know.
him.
They don't
They
know
don't know
what.
that Blackhawk is towards B main.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got no clue.
Nice.
Once he uses the aftershock, but Blackhawk able to find one, sweep one under the rug. Right to Ace as well, able to just
No.
follow up with the momentum that's been found by his
Disrupt क्या
teammate.
कर रहा है भाई?
Disrupt strikes back in action. That's just a 3-on-3 scenario. Still way too close for comfort. Positions are given away, but then you've got Ching giving his team a huge man advantage.
Oh my god, they had no
Bro,
choice
the
but to fight over there.
retakes,
They were
bro,
kinda
it's
trapped.
so good to watch.
Revenant Esports setting things in motion,
And
playing a
what do you call someone who
5-dimensional
only
chess game
believes in
over here.
12.5%
I
of
love
the
how Wick
Babylon
decided to just fall back as soon as he was spotted over there. Revenant pushing all the
Drunk
way
infamy
towards
with regards
A
to build,
main
it's more than
gives
a
them the
team,
information that
it's an
True Rippers are
emotions
indeed
are
going for this B hit.
always probably
And
only
especially
capable
when the
of
crash is used.
Western felt
You
like
kind of figured out
owning
that
it,
True Rippers are
just
putting all
wishing
their
best for
eggs
the
in one
roster ahead.
basket, and the basket is labeled B. So Revenant
In
start the
Unleashed, you hit
rotation,
rock bottom,
but
and
they're
there's only
already
so
late,
much
right? So True Rippers think
you can
we
go.
have a little window,
You will-
a
you'll
timing
only
window
come back
which we
up
can
from there,
exploit.
so
We can get to the
let's
site
hope.
and plant before Revenant back up
go,
arrives. So
Andy, let's go,
planting
let's go.
wouldn't be a problem, or at least that's what True Rippers assume, until Blackhawk reveals himself and lays waste to their best laid plans. That surprise element from Blackhawk makes sure the True Rippers don't have post plants. They are forced to play under heaven, and that just makes things so much more easier for Revenant Esports going into the retake. Good adjustments from True Rippers, but Revenant for a step ahead. The proactivity really helping them out.
Paradox this time, though. I mean, you can see the amount of early information Revenant's able to get in their hands. They're always just having that one player peeking out, gathering that information over and over again, and just shoulder peeking that for the confirmation.
That must one way,
So you can at least say that they have a visual confirmation of enemy's presence at all times. This time, though, he's giving away the deep mid control. Falls back. Casey peeks out, and now the bullets are going to give his position away, too. A good flash to suppress this man in the back. Will be falling back, at least for now. True Rippers, they're trying to get the mid control in the hands. They're trying to establish it. But Paradox peeks out.
My God.
Even against all the odds, this man doesn't care. He still peeks out.
क्या
He
वो
stares
दे रहे
dead
देखो ना
right to his face in the
Yo.
eyes.
Support
And
देखो
Paradox
face का
single-handedly able to push back the wave of enemies.
Not just push them back, just bury them alive!
God.
Man's unstoppable! And that is somewhat easy to see coming because
Flawless.
you know that True Rippers
Good
have a lot of
round.
weaponry.
Hi,
So he's
Jatin,
like,
how are
yeah,
you?
bro, come fight me. I dare you.
Wrong खाली
Especially
रोड पे
the
बस
way
गाना
Ace is
गाड़ी को
providing
यार ये
backup,
समझ
it
क्या
is
करो फिर भी यार
beautiful. The fault line to
ध्यान
help
से
him get
चलाया
that
करो
first kill onto
Hi
Kazin.
fam, I'm fine, how are
The
you?
follow-up flashes, the aftershock to clear out the close right angle, kind of confirms his beliefs, right? Kind of tells Paradox exactly where to position his crosshair. And Ace isn't really a character that can find information. Breach isn't supposed to find info. But the way he's
I'm also
using
fine,
his
Jatin,
utility
thank you यार भाई Ace
just clears
बहुत
out the
अच्छा
angles,
support दे
and
रहा है
then
बहुत
Paradox doesn't
अच्छा
have to worry about that. So he's kind of like
Temperature
forcing
कितना
his
है वहाँ यहाँ
opponents into
पे?
very awkward spots. Once again, early fight
It's
by Revenant
25.
Esports. That's something they've been doing all the time. And True Rippers have been very reluctant to fight. They've found some success towards A Heaven. At least they've been able to get into this area without losing members, so they try that once again. But this time the approach is a bit different. While they're sending Kazin in by himself,
haven't seen
the
an
spike is
Omen.
still
I played
all the
Omen
way
only
back.
once. I found it very
They're
annoying.
just
I
hoping
like
to
Brim
get this guy
better.
into an advanced position and help him
Omen
set
में
up the
ऊपर
lock
नीचे
while
होता
the
है
rest of his
smokes
team
plus I
makes
feel like
impact somewhere else.
I can make
Yeah.
more impact with
And so
Brim.
far,
you know,
Revenant, it
the
seems like they've just completely given away
volley
their
lineups and all this in that. Heaven वाले यात्रा में like सबसे
heaven
best.
control as well. Look at Kazin able to sneak in inside the...
Wow.
While they're sending Kazin in by himself, the spike is still all the way back.
Careful.
They're just hoping to get this guy into an advanced position and help him set up the look while the rest of his team makes impact somewhere else.
Yeah. And so far, Revenant seems like they've just
here.
completely given
Hi,
away their
Uchan,
heaven
how are
control as
you?
well. Look at Kazin able
Hi,
to sneak in
Manchkin, good evening.
inside the vents area. He's got the vents control established. And he's also going to help his teammates lure back into mid. Mid control taken away by True
Yeah.
Rippers. That's a massive one. And you've got Ching. He's got no clue that there's a man available in vents. There's a man in the back.
Oh, never mind. Jing is able to get at least one kill.
I'm
And he's here, kills
sorry.
Kazin. The element of surprise is
No
gone,
way.
and
Is it
Jing
ya?
is here to
30
work.
seconds left.
Oh, and one-man army, that's all I can say. Ching, even though he had no clue,
Ching
he
is
almost
playing
caught,
so
he was almost
good
caught by
today.
surprise. He still turns around and slaps his opponent in his
Yes,
face.
yes.
And now it's all down to Disrupt. Departing
No, no,
towards
no, no,
consistency
no.
this time. Is he going to be able to consistently
10
deliver the
seconds
frags as he doesn't even have a lot of time
Yes.
left over?
Yes, you know he wants it. I mean, to be fair, even if Ching died over there, even if Kazin took him down, it really wouldn't have made a difference because Ching already did his job.
Ace
He
दे
cleared the
दो
first
यार
encounter
Disrupt.
towards the ramp area, and that's all that he was supposed to do in the first place. The fact that he's able to kill Kazin is just a bonus. True Rippers gathered a lot of mid control. They're able to get Kazin into a very nice and deep position, which honestly could have been a massive problem, but Revenant just don't give them. Like I said, Revenant don't care about losing wins at all. And this is the pattern that we've seen from round one. So, Yeah, True Rippers can keep their mid control with themselves. Revenant are unfazed, unbothered.
The problem is that the Cypher has gotten the A side pretty much in lockdown. It's
Yep.
tough for them to breach through when the
Oh,
Cypher's
nice
present
shot.
right in front. And he's able to
Oh,
put
nice
some
shot.
numbers, but now you've got Kazin just going on a mad killing spree. Two found, Paradox able to at least strike one back into his
Let's go,
team's
yeah.
favor. And then you've also got a Rolling Thunder to try and stop him in the tracks. For True Rippers, the initial hit, it sort of worked out as they got the man advantage situated. And even only 3 players left over in the hands of Revenant. If anything's able to be established by Revenant, it should be right here, right now. There is a paranoia available, a lot of utilities in the hands of the controller, and Blackhawk's able to shut the man down, who's able to wreak so much havoc so far. Disrupt able to follow it up with Paradox, and one more to go. 2 plays for Revenant, trying to do anything from nothing over here. Eventually, Vimp peeks out and catches that man on
Oh my god. Ace मार देते अगर वो अपने उस पे नहीं रहते util पे.
Always the clutch
Anti
master.
ball.
Round in the half.
He almost pulled off a 1v5 in Lotus.
I'm
This time the
occupying you, Chin.
1v2
Thank you.
is so much more easier for him. The Viper split
Uncocky.
confirms the round for this team. Although I must say, I didn't even expect that the paranoia would hit Disrupt as
That's
well.
what
I knew that
happened.
Ayu was done for. Disrupt getting hit by that is just a bonus.
BT the smokes needed to be. Yeah, exactly what I'm saying.
There's no getting
Money.
inside
And I have
his
this
poison
figured one.
cloud. There's no getting inside his
So
Viper
I have no
spit.
chance of ruining my com. Like
He
no
is the
intention
master
of
of that
ruining my
area.
com
And
games.
no getting over him.
And
Finally a round in the favor of True
Ah,
Rippers.
ये
and they must
9-3
not be
होगा.
going into this last round.
Yeah,
but Kazan's
8-4.
able to kill Josh, and now that's great. Oh, dealt with
Either way, it's a
instantly.
good half for Revenant.
Kazan's able to put up numbers all the time. But sometimes his teammates aren't able to follow it up. In the previous round, they did that perfectly. As soon as Kazan got those 2 kills, they got the site control instantly established. And considering they also had the Viper's Pit, it sort of added on a little bit more to their take. Ching once
So
again
many
on the
utils,
side,
even Ching
Cosmic
is
Divide used
confused.
as well. Right
Short,
to
way.
absolutely berserk. Paradox able to
9-3
strike another
it
one down. The
is.
flicks are perfect, and Paradox with a 3K.
Oh my god, what a retake.
He's a mercenary, dude. Mercenary with no values, only an intense desire for
कौन
bloodlust
दोस्त
and
है पता?
explosions.
कौन दोस्त? I'm
What
back.
is
तो क्या
that?
हुआ?
Like
आती
that
दारू आप क्यों हैं?
flick? I would break my wrist trying to hit that
यार
shot.
बड़ा क्या
Not
बस
even
मैच
kidding.
चल रहा है लेकिन ना.
What a massive win streak for Revenant Esports. Winning so many rounds in a row, and even though True Rippers recover in the penultimate
shot.
round, they just simply can't get anything done. I mean, it's a double controller setup for True Rippers. The one thing
They're
that will
just
work
chilling.
for them is they cut lines of
I
sight
just
and they get
clean.
inside. But what's the point of a double controller when Revenant just simply
पहले अगर आप उधर
disrespect
करो
all that
मैं
utility
बंदा किया
all
आओ इधर आओ
damn
कोई थाली
time.
सर पे मारूंगी आप
They peek ahead of the
I'm
cosmic
your
device.
dost,
They
it's a
peek
statement,
ahead
not
of
a
the
question.
smokes. They
I'm
don't
telling
care
you,
about the flashes
you're
being
not.
thrown at them. So Revenant are just brawling their way to a win. And just like that, they're able to get the lead.
Exactly. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you guys know what? You guys will also be able to stay ahead.
Scan kar lo, guys.
Scan that QR code
And stand a
also you
chance
guys
to
will
win the
have a chance
Philips
to enter
One
the giveaway
Blade.
Of the Philips One Blade. It's quite an insane product. I've used it myself. Quite a smooth trimming, that's for sure. But for now, we're gonna push to a short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
क्या थोड़ा ब्रेक लूंगी सीजन हाँ मैं मेरे को हाय अभिषेक कैसे हो अच्छा ही है ठीक है बात
Bro, fridge meat के लिए, heat के लिए नहीं. Bro, this graphics card is making my frames drop. Come with me if you wanna get.
The all-new OMEN 16 with advanced Tempest cooling technology, now with 5 heat pipes and 4 thermal outlets. The OMEN 16 with 12th Gen Intel Core i7 processor to make you forget your frame drops.
प्रीमियम करने के लिए ऐसा एजेस
Game on with Tempest cooling.
मैं नहीं हो बीके oh plus 9-3 कर्स होगा या नहीं होगा क्या लगता है चैट यार 9-3 से सच्ची में डर लगता है और स्पेशली मैप्स लाइक बाइंड स्प्लिट पे तो 9-3 बहुत ज्यादा डेंजरस लगता है I had to add that. Moved out of house recently, setting up stuff. Oh, congratulations. Congratulations, Ray. That's so nice. Hi Clue, how are you? Congo 130k in advance. Thank you so much, Pranam. Thank you. Rizzo बैठ के. Only for you. Get your 93 तो मतलब ऐसा जन्म. आ गया वापस पीकेएम के वाला. तो मतलब क्या मेरे को ये तो बता दो कोई. Hi Anuj, how are you? आप कैसे? मैं ठीक हूँ. Hi Isra, how are you?
For the first half has ended on 9-3.
Let's
Things
go,
are looking
Revenant.
quite
Don't
incredible on the side of
break your
Revenant Esports, and now they've also been pushed on the attacking
momentum.
side. It just seems like a date with Destiny, Crips.
It is indeed a date with Destiny, but will it end in a nice way? With the trophy going home with this team? Well, I guess we'll find out soon enough. Wimp is doing a phenomenal job. They walk across the snake bite, vulnerable as hell, and even a single shot at the dome is enough to kill them. Aftershock forces them out of position, but he's ready to fight this one. His teammates are also there. Aizen too, doing the best he can to stop the plant from going down. The mosh pit keeps them away, and it's all down to Ching. 1v2. He's cornered. Hopefully the cyber cage will detect him. Never mind. They just swing out.
That's frenzy.
Or so
That's frenzy for you in close ranges. You don't even need to stop moving.
Don't
But
throw,
Ching,
dude. You try.
just behalf of that one round,
can't
you
win
can't
every
really
single
say a lot
round.
so far inside this tournament. This man has been able to hold his
मत
nerves
बोलो अनीश
with the
ऐसा
gun
कंधा
pretty
दुख गया
well.
होगा उनका.
17
Welcome back,
kills
Anish.
is
The minute you
also
came,
topping
they
the
won.
fragging
So you know,
department
you
of
know.
his team. He's on the leaderboard. It's incredible.
क्या पूछे?
Well, at least True Rippers start things off well. Pistol round.
9-5 तो हो ही जाएगा.
It goes
But
in their favor.
RNT
True Rippers
का
have always been
ego
quite
is
fast
really
in the
good.
rotates. So this time, before anyone could do anything, they were already in position, and Kazen's a bit too fast, and he's a bit too sharp. The sixth sense.
Hacker bro,
is
hacker, PC
insane.
check करो, PC check
No
करो.
line of sight required. He can smell his enemy's fear.
2-on-5, where the gun's advantage clearly in the opponent's hands. And Kazan single-handedly has also turned the tables in his team's favor. The wind is in their sails. And Kazan is looking to put the last man in the coffin. And that's going to be a nail.
That's a nail hammered in, sent through. And that's exactly what True Rippers needed. A nice double round. Picking it up and getting the bonus underway. Now this is where the acid test begins. On paper, Revenant is supposed to win this round. But
It's fine, it's fine.
if Kazan
You
continues
get
to
this
hit martial
round.
shots like these,
Easy
I'm
10-5,
starting to feel a
easy
little
10-5.
nervous.
Hey, क्या मस्त आ रहे हैं.
What
Through the
even is
smoke
that
as well.
third? But like poor Blackhawk. What does he even do in that situation?
Especially an anti-eco is a strong weapon. Really strong weapon.
And it helps that his opponents are unarmored.
Exactly.
Hi,
And then you've
hello,
got him
hello,
pulling
hello, hello.
Shots like this even on the time when the opponents have the supreme weaponry, Vandals and Phantoms. Their loadout is stacked.
Alt भी आ गया
Kazan
भाई
has also
उसमें.
got the Blade Storm available so early inside this entire second half.
लग
If
रहा है
Kazan's
TR
able to land the
round
shots,
जीतेगी.
it's going to be an incredible moment for the opponent's True Rippers. And for Revenant, they will need to try and stop the man in tracks.
बड़े-बड़े किया कि नहीं आपने? बड़ा
Ching
से क्या
spots
थे
out the
बाहर.
man just behind, hiding on the site. Wimp has a huge surprise element, able to get two of his own, and now it's a 2-on-4 scenario. Revenant Esports, they have the supreme weaponry, but it's not going to matter, especially when Kazan's got his hands on the Blade Storm, able to put one man in the grave, and also looking to put the final nail in the coffin.
Wimp's upgraded weapons now. The blades don't land, but Whip definitely does, and now they can all just
ऐसा ना
swarm
तो
over
होते
here.
हाँ.
Hey, luckily, they only walk away with one upgraded weapon, so there's not too much given away
Hercules
except
the
the
Greek
round
god
itself,
needed-
but that's
Hercules.
all that True Rippers required.
Hercules the Greek god sleeping here.
Wimp being cheeky around those smokes. Having his Viper Wall play to their detriment.
भाई अब
Now
ऑफ
those
भी आ
smoke
गया
build-up disrupt
यार.
over here just makes things so much more easy for him. Gives him
That's what I'm
all
saying,
these
Hermes.
avenues that he can disappear in and out of.
It's, I mean, you can be proud of the
That's
fact
where
that
the
you're the
Spectre
chosen
thrives.
one, but
Plus, Kazan with the blades, having already farmed it up in the
Playlist
previous
is
round,
still
just
pending, so.
makes life comfortable. Cushions the blow.
Oh, the calculation wasn't perfect. Wimp. He tossed that poison orb a little bit too early.
Still not a problem.
Yeah.
clue कौन तुम?
Considering it
होता,
can't be
टकला
breakable,
उन्होंने
so
क्या?
that's a good thing.
वही बात है.
Wimp
टेंशन तो हो जाएगा मुझे भी लग रहा है. अब बोल ही नहीं 9-3 ना, स्पेशली ये मैप पे
Gotta sneak in. Wimp's position is still left uncompromised, unchecked. That surprise element now finally as he strikes in is able to shut down anyone that lines up
They're
against
playing the
him.
typical
Chain
cheeky
with the
angles.
sheriff in the hand should be able to get at least one. Aryu is way too low for comfort, but in the end he still comes out on top in that duel. Josh, this man has been incredible with the Marshall, but Kaysen will strike him down.
Because
Kaysen's on a speed
I want
run
Revenant
over
to
here,
win.
just farming up Valorant economy as quickly as possible.
everything.
Marshall in the second round, Bladestorm in the third, and now an AWP in the fourth. It's
And
almost
what
like he's
needed.
playing arms race. Or escalation rather, just upgrading every single time. Plus, the Spectre that Ripper had, it still continues to give them results. So,
They are
what
on fire.
even is the need of an upgrade over there? 9 to 7 already, and I guess the curse has been activated. Now
काफी
what do
defender
Revenant
friendly
supposed
map
to
तो
do?
है ये.
They
Yeah.
kind of ignored the mid area in the
But
first
also
half,
9
and that
split
worked
is
out for
like
them
good
well
love
enough. But
story.
they can't hope to take
And it's
control of the A
9-9.
side without that mid now. Especially
Hopefully
when
we
there's a
win this
controller
round,
available on
dude.
either side for True Rippers.
Let's go Revenant, let's go
It
boys.
just slows them down.
You got
you know?
this.
Yeah, and
sure,
True Rippers
Revenant-
now.
Yeah, I
खेलूंगी
mean, sure,
किधर,
Revenant
आज तो पता नहीं,
disrespected
but
the smokes in
खेलूंगी
the
तो.
first
आज
half.
तो नहीं
They
आ
can't
रही.
hope to
Yeah.
pull that same thing off in the second half.
Thanks.
And True Rippers are back in action. 9 to 7. The scoreline's starting to close up. And sort of it seems like the momentum that Revenant Esports were able to build in the first half is also disappeared.
Tigersoft sponsored
So
R&D.
that's
I
some
heard
good
someone
news
told me in
for
chat
True Rippers.
Tigersoft ने
And
invest
they're
किया.
probably going to try to keep the pedal to the metal. On the defending side so far,
I
things
read
have
out
been quite
Anti
flawless
gonna-
for them. As
Anti
Kaysen
gonna
has
win
also
this
got
one.
his hands on the
Once
operator. This man is
That
going to try
we
to hold
believe.
off some aggressive angles.
Hi,
So,
Abhinav, how are you?
Revenant Esports will need to watch out from those.
90-40 W.
We will reveal their
Yep.
Wimp
this
can
is what
probably
it is.
use a Viper split right away, but I guess he will refrain. Okay, no, he won't. He will use it on mid. So that's mid area lockdown. Oh, but Paradox feeling brave. Pushing all the way inside. While Wimp's got mid on lockdown, there's an AWP on A. So these two areas are done
Oh
and
my
dusted,
God.
but Paradox is so ballsy. He just walks inside to kill Wimp.
अरे भैया
Did
प्लीज
not
नीचे
expect
देख
anyone to
लेना
be that
नीचे.
psychotic and just straight up push
Nice,
inside
nice
his
pick.
Viper's pit like that. Kills happening back and forth, but in the favor of True Rippers. Oh, scratch that. Not even that anymore. It's still quite equal. The spikes drop down as well inside Heaven, and True Rippers, they're denying to give away the spike control just like that. Kaysen from the back line's trying to close up, close
Nice.
up personal, and he will be dealt with as well.
Good
Oh my
job.
God.
Let's
You
go,
blink and
boys.
You miss it out of nowhere. They strike back once again.
3 kills in 1 second. Now
Let's go
that's
through
what
reverse
Revenant
Tigersoft
Esports are made
nepotism.
of.
What the fuck, bro?
What
किधर
on
तुम्हारी
earth
problem
was that
क्या?
adjustment from Revenant?
What is
Like,
your problem?
downright
Why do you
psychotic.
have to say things that are unnecessary and just
If there's
stupid?
anyone who's brave enough to walk into a
ठीक
Viper
है
split
मालूम है
all
नहीं
by
support करो
himself,
support करो.
it's Paradox.
Nice round, good round, good round.
Nobody else, literally nobody else will be brave enough
It was
to
an
do that.
important round also.
Ballsy enough. He just walks in, he hugs the other side, gets into his defense side, and as soon as Wimp is dead, True Rippers still respond well, you know? The rotations towards the
Yeah.
B Heaven tree were quick enough,
Oh my God.
but this time Kaysen's
For a
quicker.
second.
I told you, this man's going to try to hold off some aggressive angles, and that's what he does once again. He should not be too gritty. As I said, the main
That was a
objective
good
over here
pick.
is to not trip off of your own shoelaces. Wimp shuts down Josh's. A good pick from that man as he catches him on the investigation.
Think
We've
and
still got Ching just pushed up so deep inside the A side.
Oh,
He's
but-
got so much control established so far. Now he's just waiting for his team to flow in, and you can see right to Ace is just coming in with the spike, slowly and steadily walking his way through. Trailblazer was initiated, was utilized. And right to Ace,
go,
make
how
sure
are
that
you?
he's not getting spotted by that Trailblazer. Chink, he's got the site control locked down. And for Revenant, Blackhawk is probably going to teleport on the
Give
side,
me
and that's
5
what
ed.
happens.
they
But
just
the
need
spike
to.
is still yet to make its way across. Now, luckily there's nobody available on screen, so right to Ace can walk
Ace
past.
का वो भी आ जाएगा. नहीं नहीं
But
नहीं नहीं
they
नहीं.
know that there's a person coming in from behind. Techno kills Blackhawk, and that just makes things worse. Now there's no elevation available now.
भाई
Wimp can use
plant
the
ही नहीं
snake
होने
bites
दे
to
रहे.
even make things harder. Concussion doesn't hit them, but Ching does. Kaysen strikes immediately back. It's all down to Ace.
Anti.
Left in a 1v3, and he won't
It's
have
so
anything to say.
intense.
They had him in the deadlock. They let the side control flow by. That was nicely played by True
This is
Rippers.
finals one,
Patience
no?
playing off
This is the
perfectly.
first
They were
match.
like, it's okay if they got the side control. At least we'll have the security. At least
They
we'll
do.
know that every single player from that team is on the site, so
They
we
are
can keep them
setting.
in the deadlock.
And that's a deadlock
भाई
you
वो
don't
plant
want.
भी नहीं करने दिया
Once you get
रे.
in, you can't get out. And
By being
unlike
too
MMA,
desperate.
there's no tap out available over
How
here,
is
so
it
you
being
will
desperate?
lose your neck.
They were running out of time. They
Oh,
have
but
to
this time
plant,
it looks
right?
like
They have to
Revenant going
try.
to have a very fast hit towards the A site. Kaizen's gonna be the deterrent. Paradox already makes his way across.
Ooh.
Tiny gap in the toxin screen, which Kaizen can still use, but they're using the cyber case to
Techno
cover the
bhi aa gaya
distance now.
Techno.
This is great,
Nice.
but they don't know the technos
Oh
across
my
the other
God.
side. They don't
Nice.
need to know. And all of a sudden, Kaizen's very potent.
What?
My goodness!
What
This
the
is deja
hell?
vu all over again. We've seen this guy with the
Bro.
shorty and ARP combination defend the A
Time match
site
चल रहा है.
against hordes of people.
9-3
And he
that
does
है.
it yet again.
Are you coming tomorrow to Alexi? No, no. I
That
don't
was
think I am.
just some heroic presence being showcased by that man.
People are probably
But once
ready
again, it
and
was an
ready.
eco round from the opponents.
You could have waited for what they
And
pushed on
Revenant
him.
Esports, sort of the game plan for them was
Omen
just
died, that
straight up
was wrong.
WP on the A side. Ching was able
What
to
just
find a good
happened?
opening at the start. I'm
Close
not gonna
to
lie.
goal.
It felt like they should be able to spring back into life.
Momentum, momentum.
Kaizen was able to hit some nutty shots with the
What the
operator.
actual
That
fuck?
no scope, especially. It just
This is
sort of
what
did every
Revenant.
single team's or every single
just fucking
player's
haven't
praise
really
in the
known.
opponent.
They're reading them, you know. I see last round, like Kaizen is reading them like a book.
He still peeks
At
out.
least they
Okay,
know
that's
like where they're gonna come. Nice one. वो वहीं पे ऑफ लगा रहा है.
And then Paradox able to return
No,
back
for
to
the
favor
shot,
this
हो रही है
time,
ना.
though, as Wimp's gonna bite the dust early off inside this round. Good trailblazer too. Definitely got a lot of information. Rolling Thunder utilized as
Nice.
well. Anyone on the site's gonna be stunned at least for a couple of seconds. Disrupt able to come back
Nice,
to
nice,
senses
nice,
and
nice.
shut down the man in the front. Josh
Bhai.
trying his best to fight back against the entire firing force of True Rippers and Techno.
What?
Strikes 3 down. A good spray transport from that range.
This was our round, bro.
Human, but this man makes it happen.
He's low, he's low, he's low, he's low, he's 30
Left
HP,
over,
please.
Position compromise. Techno, on the other hand, with only 35 HP, not a lot to work with. And considering his opponent has a huge striking advantage, also a high ground advantage he can rely on. Techno, he's got way too many angles to deal with. And Ching now.
Oh my god, what the fuck happened, bro? Anti-Techno, but Techno plate. Techno plate.
My god, I feel so bad for Techno. That man pulled off something
Yeah,
that's humanely
yeah,
impossible.
he did.
Very
Almost
few
go,
spray
almost.
transfers work as
Sting
well
का
as
ult
that
आ
one
गया, पता
does.
है?
And he almost brought the whole round back. I mean, Revenant Esports were getting all the
Hello?
frags, but then look at this. That stuff is made out of dream material, dude. That's the kind of stuff that you see in these streamer highlights, not in professional tournaments. But despite all his hard work, despite all his efforts, Ching steals it
It was
back.
hard in the mouth, so yeah.
Takes the hat
it
off to
was
make sure that there's no brain games being played by
2
Techno when he
rounds,
takes his
boys.
head
2
off, too.
rounds.
Good stabilization from
Techno
Revenant
split rounds. That was
Esports.
good, bro. Like, well played,
In the
Techno.
race in which these two teams are trying to
What
fight
the fuck that
back.
happened? So that's what I'm saying. तब से यही हो रहा है. इतना सारा utility jump हो रहा है and it's just so chaotic and it's happening
getting
so
way too
fast.
close to comfort.
It's slow हो
And
रहा
now
है,
every
चालू,
single
and then it's
player's
a boom,
gonna
boom, boom,
also
and
start
then
to feel the
someone
nerves,
survives and someone
especially
wins.
from the side of True Rippers. As Revenant, once again, it seems like they're back inside the momentum. They're back in the flow. The wind is in their sails.
Let's go, boys. 2 more rounds. 2 more
And
rounds.
True
You
Rippers
got
somehow
this.
steal that
क्या
win
ये
away
OT जाएगा
from
क्या?
them. Or maybe punch a hole in the sails of Revenant Esports, sink their ship like the Titanic. That's enough naval references from me today. Speaking of references, there's only Ching with a gun over here, so yep, Revenant Esports can win the round, but they can't
Both the
save
players
their
do
money.
nice game. Yep.
And True Rippers have a chance of getting back. They have a chance of getting double digits. Now, unless Revenant can pull off the thrifties that they were pulling off, in
They
the
won,
Vegas,
na?
I think True Rippers should
Revenant
be
won,
able to
should we?
hold their own over here.
Eco पे ये लोग.
Revenant this time.
Bro.
Too over-aggressive.
Oh.
Instead, respecting their opponents.
Hmm.
Letting the game speak for itself.
And
Ching's
you
the
win,
only
but
man
yeah,
with
it's
a better
improved so much
weaponry
for
inside
real,
this
for
round.
real.
He's got the Vandal in his hands. And looking to put up some numbers. RU will be forced
नहीं तो
back as the entire
हाथे
presence that's been
तो
currently showed by the
OT.
opponent.
बात तो अभी भी नहीं है रे.
Busy was used,
देखो
but
ना.
nothing found. No tags yet. And finally, Ari is able to strike one down with the help of Kaizen and disrupt his god opponents right onto his face. But Ching, he strikes back in action. What a shot! Kaizen sent back. And now you've got Ching with only 1 HP and a dream. 12 bullets in the magazine. Impossible to pull off.
Well, he has all the info he needs. The tripwire getting triggered tells him
Shot,
where Techno is, and
man.
he already knew where Wimp was. So he's got the info, he's got the time. The
30
HP
seconds
lacking.
left.
But maybe he can bait out a fight. The head glitch angle available on True Rippers is enough. He only needs one shot. And nobody's peeking them. True Rippers just simply not giving him the satisfaction. They're comfortable letting him go for the plant. They know he's cornered over here. And yet again, they don't budge. Pressure's mounting. Time ticking down. The clock and the world is now against Jing.
Planted the spike.
भाई 1 HP उनको पता है 1 HP फिर भी वो लोग इतना
shoulders, but very soon he's likely to not have a head on top of his shoulders.
Yeah. Oh no.
How does he survive that?
And oh, this time
Bro!
straight up connect the heads.
NT dude, N
No, he
fucking
missed a
T.
couple
That
of
was
initial
so
bullets.
good.
I thought this might just be it.
Bro, what
Jing,
aim,
you
bro? I
can
swear.
never, even though this man
1
was on a huge
HP.
HP disadvantage, he still managed to take that one player down. You can never doubt his skills.
You can never, absolutely never.
Bro, he almost
He's
had
been
it.
weaving the web of lies and deception, just so good in these clutch situations. And given the weaponry that Revenant started with, this run was never supposed to come so close. There were Ops, Vandals, Phantoms against them, and Revenant had only one gun in the hand of Jing. And boy, oh boy, he did a single ounce of value out of that weapon.
Look at the KD he has, 2612 as a Cypher player.
Nuts.
Nuts is an understatement for that type of KD.
I know. I wanted to use a more, let's just say, an inappropriate word. That's all I could come up with.
Well, yeah, just by looking at that score in itself, it should demoralize you if you're his opponents. But at least Kaizen's able to get rid of that threat early off inside this round. Threat being neutralized, and now they should give a lot of hopes to True Rippers.
Okay. It's kind of funny how Ace is just sending all his flashes in, hoping to sell the fake, but they're not actually committing bodies to this one, so True Rippers are not gonna fall for this. You will need to be much better salesman if you want to pay out patience.
यार अभी Ching मर गया. Ching is.
And Wimp is always able to get into these
Ching really
positions really quickly. He
that
can
was a
always
very
call for the
important
preemptive
pick for TRS.
No, blinded. He needs backup, but Wimp is here to help him out. The poison helps him get a double. And even the Cosmic Divide just makes it nearly impossible for Revenant to get into the side itself. Impossible to clear out these
ये एक दूसरे के बाजू में ऐसे आ रही. तुम भी लोग हैं क्या? अंदर निकलो ना मारो ना.
With each other, just literally shoulder to shoulder.
ये देखो.
Oh my god.
Bro, this is giving me anxiety. Oh my god.
It's going to be a perfect contact swing, and yeah,
Josh.
trades did happen back and forth, and now it's a 1-on-2.
I know you're 30 HP.
Josh, he got both the kills on the
But you
site,
can do this.
managed to clear it single-handedly. Will also get the spike
Man,
down
take
all
care.
the time. Every single situation Revenant's been in, it's always been a high-pressure situation or a clutch situation. And now Josh, he gets another one down. Takes his grave, Kaizen put down to sleep, and now Josh all by himself with only 33 HP and a dream, and Disrupt shuts him down in the back. A dagger to his back.
Anti.
Stabbed right in the
It's
spine.
very intense.
That was
But
a
very
nail-biting
good.
moment. We've
Mera
seen
bhi.
Revenant Esports get into these 1v2 clutches.
Oh my god, yeah. They're
Too
playing
often.
very well, dude. Both the
It
teams
was
are playing
Ching
very
in
well.
the previous round. Now it's him. And the Seeker's being committed kind of tells him where his opponents are coming from. It's just
और Viper
small timing
स्पीड
window.
में इतना
with
easy
which
रहता है.
Disrupt
बॉडी भी
was
मारा
able to
ना
get to the other side of screens.
इतना easily बंदा मरता है.
Other side
Do
of
not
that
push
little,
through
block in the
Viper's
middle of the
snake
side,
bite.
and that's all that stands in between him.
Easy RNT win. Easy तो कहीं से नहीं लग रहा भाई. He and this match
True
perfect
Rippers
combo.
have so much
मेरे
available
को
now.
बहुत अच्छा है.
Not only the weapons, but also 4 big ultimates. They've already
my
equalized the
God.
scoreline, and this comeback seems inevitable.
Yeah. 11 to 11, the scoreline's matched up and tied up. We might just be going to
First
overtime.
activated.
ladies and
अभी activate हो रहा तुम्हारे लिए.
gentlemen.
कब का हो गया?
Might be a little bit more
मैंने क्या बोला था?
powerful
होगा ही
force on
साला
the
इस
attacking
rapid
side,
burst.
but then you can't deny the
I
fact
think
that this map
these teams could have gone either
is
way.
quite unpredictable sometimes.
And
And
the-
Revenant Esports.
Oh,
Yeah,
not
go
a
ahead.
good time for
And the True Rippers are also damn strong on this one.
Yeah. It is their strong suit. You can't deny that as well. Catches a man
What?
fading away, and
You
Wimp is able
snake
to
bite
line up
with
3.
you.
Nicely done. Gets the 4th one as well. And
$1
$10
नहीं मिला क्या? चेक किया मैंने चेक
It's
किया but
so
तुम्हें क्या जा रहा है मेरे
frustrating to
$11
witness
से?
this again and again. Wimp is able to get so many
चेक
multi-kills
किया तभी
like
तो बोला
this.
था मैंने.
And all of this is
Yes.
because True Rippers just don't respect his
15%
poison.
TRS will win.
It makes you so vulnerable. It makes you so susceptible to
Underdog
damage.
now.
And Wimp is able
I mean,
to
both the
kill
teams
so
have
many
won.
people like this. Like I think this is like his
I
third
mean, you
or
know
fourth
these teams are good.
spray
That's why
down
they're
in this
playing
map
there.
itself.
Tiger Shroff
And
कल
on
तो मैं
so
क्या
many
प्रॉब्लम हुई Tiger Shroff
occasions,
से?
he's gotten these multi-kills that
अरे
turn
उस
the
लेवल पे तो
tide.
पहुंचो तब बोलना उसको.
And he's just farming himself a nice little frag movie over here, a highlight reel. And they're so close to victory. Map point available. Are you sending the
OT,
crash
OT,
all
OT.
the way inside? Doesn't see a single soul.
no.
So now they know that Kaysen has a lot of
रीड
work
है
to do
पता है
over here.
इसका केजन का रीड है.
Kaysen also got a lot
हर
of
बारी
solid
इधर फंस जा रहा है
information that they
Paradox.
can rely on. Unfortunately, the pull was there from the
Oh
Astra.
my god, the
She was
utility.
not really able to
So
straight
many
up just blind
blinds
inside the site with the
everywhere.
satchels, but at least they've still got the site control established. But
What
True
is
Rippers,
happening?
they're trying to fight back, fire to fire. The resistance is there, and once again, right to Ace, the last glimmer of hope alive with only 21 HP. Everything relies on this man. But as I said, not a lot of HP left over. 21 only. One bullet should seal the deal on to Right to Ace. But on the other hand, Right to Ace as well knows he's got two enemies to deal with. But this time
This
he
gives
will
me anxiety.
shine back even stronger as he shuts down Kaysen. Looking to take the last one and all takes the contact.
Well
But this
played,
time
dude,
he
True
stands
Rippers.
strong.
What a reverse sweep. True Ripper bouncing
Well
back from the
played.
depths of hell all the way to the top.
This map was intense.
From a
ये वाला
devastating
बहुत ज्यादा
loss
इंटेंस था. पहला वाला तो
combined
13-1
to a
किया
brilliant comeback
रेवनेंट ने.
in
दूसरा वाला इन
Lewis,
लोगों ने किया
and
वन
then an
साइडेड
even
मैच.
stronger comeback on Split.
ये वाला प्रॉपर
True
ऐसा
Rippers blaze a path to victory. A path that
समझ ही नहीं आ रहा कब
Esports
राउंड चालू हो रहे
cannot
खत्म हो
follow. They
रहे.
can't even
Easy
step
match.
on it.
Good watching this officer.
Every
Good match,
single
dude.
player stepping up.
That's why I chose to in the poll because I know. Nice.
As you said perfectly, reverse
Thanks for
sweep.
adding the ads. I
None of
did
us
not add
expected
it.
this outcome after the
But you're
first
welcome.
map. And then you see Revenant getting taken out slowly and
Sans
steadily,
studio.
choked to their
Hi,
deaths.
this was
But they definitely tried their
intense.
best, as you said.
yeah, I'm
For
up.
True Rippers, Split has
I
been
choose
a
TRS
solid
in pool.
map, and
Nice.
once again they
Congrats.
proved that.
You win. Anti-boys and well played, dude. True
Not only
Rippers.
prove that, they just
Give
make
us a match worth
massive,
watching.
loud statement.
Phenomenal
I don't think
performance.
anybody will be brave enough to challenge them on Split now. All the other teams in the future must add it to their ban list. Let's see what was going on in their
आपने
minds.
मैं
as
तो
we-
राइट की सीईओ उसकी
Rippers.
सीईओ.
था उसके बाद जो वापसी की है टीआर ने मैन अनबिलीवेबल आई थिंक इससे बेटर टोन सेटिंग नहीं हो सकती है ओके कैन वी हैव आर यू प्लीज आर यू कम हियर
9-3 कर्स तो है.
कप्तान
9-3 कर्स तो है.
हाउ यू फीलिंग राइट नाउ
I'm feeling great.
Listen, let's just start with the first question that's on everyone's mind. What happened in match 1?
Match 1, I think we were just getting the rhythm because we haven't played them yet, so we don't have a slight idea like on how they play on us. So
Valid.
it's a warm up for us.
Okay, you're the team captain.
Warm up.
I just want to know
Level पे
after
warm
the
up.
first match ended and you guys
चलो,
were
चलो.
annihilated in that first matchup. What did you say to your teammates and were you angry?
I could double it.
I'm not angry because
Like
it's a
करते
team,
जाने वाले.
like it's a team problem. It's not just one guy
But
who's
who does that,
doing this. It's all the mistakes. So I told them like on the second map, guys, forget the mistakes that we did on map 1. Focus on map 2. This is our map pick, and we're gonna prove that we're the best here on map 2.
Listen,
Oh nice.
this wasn't easy
आज तो
because
ज़रा लग
when
रहा
you
है बाल
talk
पूरे
of
पीछे कर
split,
लिए मैंने.
this became tougher and tougher. After the first match, you guys managed to make a comeback, and the curse of 9-3, it did come back to haunt Revenant, right? What were you talking to
9-3
your
तो
team
है
about?
भाई.
Oh, when
9-3
we,
तो है. जो
the
भी
second
बोलता ना
half, we came in
LKC.
here, we're like, bro, we've done this already. Map 3, 3-9.
Baap रे.
I guess you can see the examples.
ये देख लो,
BLT,
मनीषा प्रीति
God's
तुम
Ray,
भाई भाई हो
3-9.
क्या?
We were down 3-9 map 3. Let's do the same shit. Focus on pistol, focus on winning 1-by-1 rounds. Then here we go.
Listen, I could see the energy your team had right when those final crunch moments came in. At any given
अरे
point in
9-3
time,
कहीं
when
छोड़ेगा ही
Revenant was
नहीं किसी
leading,
को.
did you guys feel we could let it slip?
No, to be honest.
Cartoon
'Cause
देख रहा है,
what
मजा
I
आएगा.
can feel from the team is
The
the
video
team
thumbnail
synergy.
request
We didn't
perfection.
give up.
Thank
3-9,
you.
we don't care. If we
Rosie
lose, we
made
lose.
it.
If we win, we
Rosie.
win. That's the goal. Nothing else.
Was there a different sort of strategy that you employed in the last matchup?
It's more of
Hey,
the
Poop
reads
Manoj,
you
what
get.
do you want, dude?
Nothing much, nothing
9-3
more
पूजा करो
complicated.
भाई भाई.
Just
9-3
good
curse
reads,
is
good plays from my
looking
teammates,
real, dude.
and they just carried the
Well
hell out
played,
of
well
me.
played.
How does it feel getting into the semi-final knowing
played,
that
True
this was a very, very tight finish?
This is kind of scary right now since we were only this close on map 3. So we have to get ready for on our semi-finals against OG.
Listen, you guys have turned in a stupendous, a
ये
stellar
लोग कितना
performance.
humble होके बात करते हैं ना, यहीं पे अगर
He's
T1 फाट
probably
होते तो
trying
क्या
to
सीन
get
हो रहा
his
था?
heartbeat right, but
मैं तेरा
what a
बापू,
crazy
तू
performance
बेटा
from the
है,
true
कल
rippers.
आना कल,
Right,
ऐसे चल रहा
gentlemen,
था.
they have won. They have managed to win this quarterfinal in the split to payoffs. We are going to take a break and we're going to return very shortly.
Nice match, रे. Nice match. Oh, fearless. Match worth watching. Very intense. Hi, dude. What's up? हाँ पृथ्वी जा रही मैं. I'll see if I come back to team. या फिर नहीं करूँगी सीन देखते हैं. How are you doing, bro? I'm fine, kiddo. How are you? There's थोड़ा 4 boosts left for your server to hit the max level. थोड़ा promotion करना Epic Games से free nitro मिल रहा है. I don't know what that means, guys, but तो इसका चार्ट देख लो. Aggressive map rates, 9-3 curses and 9-3 curses create comeback possible. I think at this point it's like 9-3 होता है ना तो वो एक hope रहता है दिल में कि यार 9-3 यहाँ से हम comeback कर सकते हैं. 9-3 curse है तो वो एक it's like a ray of hope now more than it actually being a curse. Hi Rajat, how are you? Nothing much. आप बताओ. Same. Very intense match. Bye mistake. Take care. वाह. वाह. क्या करनी है भाई यार, नींद नहीं आती ना कुछ कर पा रहा without AC. How's the heat? यहाँ भी आज गर्मी है but it's fine. I like this better than the rain. I saw new cute hair clips. I'll buy for you and me if I see them. Okay. Simple match है ना. Aggro first, team defend bad. मतलब who defend bad? क्योंकि Revenant defended well. उनका defending में 9-3 था. Attacking में वो लोग नहीं कर पाए because again PR defended well. Happy Ayushi, how are you? $11 मेरा 9. मैं वही टीमोन को मैसेज की थी कि आपको हटाना नहीं आता क्या, मैं आपका हेल्प कर देती हूँ बट उनको इंग्लिश समझ में नहीं आता ना. बाय पृथ्वी, टेक केयर. सिया मतलब वही जो आपने बोला. यार हैंडी यार. गुड मैच. क्या मतलब इतना केओटिक हो रहा था विद सो मेनी यूटिल्स. कब राउंड चालू हो रहा था, कब कौन मर रहा था, कब खत्म हो जा रहा था, कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा था. आजकल जैसे बीजे में होगा कल टीमोन जो होगा ना वहाँ पे भाई मुझे इतनी हंसी आई. टिबुन के सामने उनको बंदा मार रहा है लेकिन वो क्रेट से चीजें उठा रहे हैं. भैया पहले शॉपिंग करना तो मेरे को फिर आप मार लेना, रुक जाओ. नहीं टिप्स टू गेट बेटर एट दिस गेम, जस्ट कीप प्लेइंग इट मैन. यू प्ले, यू नो, यू consistently play, you get better eventually. अंडी मंडी शंडी लाइक करो वरना नहीं मिलेगी बंदी. क्या मतलब तुम्हें चाहिए जिस दिन टिबुन को पीटने जाओगे तब ठीक कर देना. लाइव स्ट्रीम करूंगी मैं, लाइव स्ट्रीम. क्या ही मैच था. हाई कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी मैं लाने पे जाता हूँ. So bye guys, thank you all so much for joining. It was a good match, worth watching, well played. TR, NT, Revenant all also played well. Just ऊपर नीचे हो. बाकी मिलते हैं, देखते हैं. 5 stream in a bit. अगर करूँगी तो आ जाऊँ वरना कल मिलते हैं. बाय बाय, टेक केयर गाइस. एपिक गेम से फ्री नाइट्रो मिल रहा है. AK DC सर्वर बूस्ट करो. Yes that. Bye guys, take care, have a great day ahead.
I never thought I'd feel like this. I never thought I'd feel never thought I'd feel like this. I never thought I'd feel like this. Ooh, I never thought I could. I never thought I'd be on my shit. Be on my I'm spending my time in love like I should. No more struggling, I'm all good. Yeah. I never thought I'd feel. I never thought I'd feel like. Feel like. Feel like this. Feel like. I never thought I'd feel like this. Feel like. Feel like this. Feel like. Feel like. I'm spending my time in love like I should. No more struggling.